Witnesses that said there wasn't a gun, and there was a gun. It's right there on the street next to his dumb dead body. Right. And it's not 1972 where one of them reached down to his ankle and threw a .38 at the fucking kid. You know, there's too many cameras now for the cops to get away with those shenanigans.
There's too much. Everyone's got a video camera.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a video camera.
But that's the difference, because they entertain these fucking parents and religious leaders and community activists.
Right.
That just the only reason that they're saying anything is because it's a black kid, and it's usually shot by even black cops are considered, you know, fucking white cops. It's the cops against the black people. But if the kid didn't spin around with a gun and point at a cop, why should he get any special treatment because he's black? Because if anyone spun around and pointed the gun, they were going to fucking shoot him.
You're done.
But when it's a black kid, they freak the fuck out, and there's all kinds of problems.
Unfortunately, what happens is yo-yos take advantage, and I go in the deep conspiracy of they do that just to keep everyone divided.
Yeah, well, that is true.
It's just to keep everyone divided, because then white people sitting down going, look at these black people, he deserves to get shot. And then they show the black people going, man, the white man's a devil. And it's just every time they start getting along, they're like, we need a black kid shot. And riled it up. Put a fake gun or something. I mean,
it is much easier to
at the end of the day,
it is easier to have power over a very divided peoples than it is if they all get together and start thinking as one. It's a little dangerous.
We should be united, not divided.
United, not divided. But
Martin Luther dope.
Wow. But that's why I don't even watch. I don't watch the news. It's so. It's like gun laws. Everyone should have a right to have a gun. I think a gun. Bang, bang, bang. It's a gun.
Yeah.
That's a suspect.
Exactly. That's what I say.
That's a suspect. Unless you're in the military or you're hunting, there's no reason for that.
No one can have a machine. You can't have a machine gun.
And
really
at
can't.
the end of the day, this is the news. They'll say. I would say some of my friends are so Fox News oriented. It drives me. Oh, this is how the Nazis did. I go, what are you talking about? The Nazis. I'm like, no. The last I heard, the Nazis were knocking the door. I'm like, does your name end in Stein? They're not looking. Like, what are you talking about? Or they'll say, I get so riled. I feel bad for people when they go, well, it's the Constitution. Like, are you retarded?
Yep.
They wore fucking wigs and tights when they wrote up the Constitution. It took 40 minutes on a guy on a fucking horse to shoot somebody. There were no cars. You had to get on a horse. You had to puck fucking gunpowder and stick it in there, chase this fucker with fixing your wig. Because the bouncing of the horse was fucking your wig up. Then you had to fix your tights, and then the gun would go up by accident. And it took another 20 minutes to fucking get this guy to reload. So that whole and then there's, and they go, our government's taking over. That argument makes me absolutely
it is an asshole argument.
It's beyond an asshole argument. Like, did you watch Boston? Did you see what happened when the so-called bomber, which is another fucking thing, the bomber, dude. All right, I'm gonna get started here.
I love it.
For 24 straight hours. They go, here comes the SWAT truck, and there's 14 SWAT people. And they show the same video of the fucking SWAT truck. And here are the dogs. and then they would have the helicopters. And I sat there watching going, oh, man, they got those heat-seeking helicopters. It's over. And then, like, okay, we're running over here. And then they
running over here.
They're going, I don't know what's going on over there, but they're all going over there.
That's how the news guys were.
There's the helicopter. It's circling up. It's been 24 hours. He was shot in the jugular. How do you get shot in the fucking neck? The dogs can't sniff you out.
I didn't mean to pick
Nobody can find blood. My kid comes out of the pool with a stubbed toe, and I can see where this little fucking yo-yo went all the way into the bedroom, not
The blood
not
trail.
cleaning off their toe. Like, I could see you came out of the pool, you fucking stubbed your toe here, you walked all the way to the new carpet, into your fucking bedroom, and in the bed. I could see your stupid stubbed toe. This guy's hitting the jugular. And the dog. Here comes more SWAT teams and more dogs. And they're fucking, no one's allowed to have, see, like, old people coming out of the house, and they're like, "Get down! My dog has to shit. Get down! Come back in the house! You can be a suspect! My dog got go down! They got an old lady and she's down on the floor and they got M16s to her face."
Yeah.
And then, okay. Everyone, and then they show the same video. Here's them walking around the corner again. Obviously, the younger guy is following the older brother. He's obviously the leader. Let's look at that video one more time for the 17th, 100,000th time. Here's the older brother. There's the younger brother. Here's the older brother. Here's the younger brother. This is moments before the bomb. No one has these fucking guys dropping a bomb, walking away. But they got 18 million videos of walking around a corner. No other fucking video. Then they let it all go. Okay, we're releasing it. We can't find him. He's in the boat in the backyard. Does anyone watch fucking Cops? Like, it wasn't even, it was straight as right in the backyard. Every Cops video is like, he's under the fucking pool.
The pool. Yeah.
He's under the raft. He's under a bush. All right, I'm not going to get into that. What I'm getting into is the whole, that's very suspect. When I watched that made me again look at yo-yos that are into, like, you can't take my guns away because if the government takes over, so the government's going to take over and you're going to hold them off. Did you see what happened in Boston, you fucking retard?
Yeah.
Mr. Educated, watch Fox News 24/7 with your degree. Oh, you don't know what's going on in this country. Really? Oh, okay, your M16 is going to hold off that fucking army.
And that was just one
And
town.
at the end of the day, if you're that packed, it's going to be some kid who's 18 going like this on a computer. Okay, mission accomplished, sir. And you're going to be sitting there with your whole arsenal going, do you hear bottle rocket? What the hell sounds like a bottle? Mission accomplished. And then the other stupid thing is, what were they? I was just listening to this 3 days ago at someone's house, and I'm silent because I just watch these idiots argue with each other. And they don't even, it's not even common sense. It's just watching news. If you watch Fox News and CNBC, they teach you how to argue each other. They teach you how to argue each other. There's no common sense.
Well, let's go to our space. On the one hand, you got this opinion, and on the other hand, you have this opinion, and then this opinion agrees. So you're already going, yeah, I feel that. Yeah, that's how I feel.
You fucking morons.
That's how I feel.
That's exactly it. All right, answer that question, Mr. Specialist. And so then, this is the other one that gets me nuts. Well, China is going to take over, and this is, what if we're taken over? If America's taken over, can you imagine? God forbid we're taken over.
Taken over.
We're invaded.
Oh, wow, okay.
We're invaded.
Mm-hmm.
They got past our amazing, intelligent military that found the fucking Boston bomber 24 hours by a neighbor. Wasn't even the military didn't find him. The fucking neighbor said, I think there's some blood gushing out the boat. Or I should say, he wasn't even saying, there's some blood. Right on the back. Right on the backyard. Whatever the fucking Boston people talk. I think you might want to look into that. If
Some red liquid's coming out of my Boston whaler.
My whale.
Someone's fucking with my whaler in the yard.
my dog's licking the outside of my whaler. It's got blood all over it. I haven't seen no dead rabbits. And so, if you're sitting there Our intelligence, our amazing military that was all over that, couldn't stop that, couldn't catch them.
Yeah.
They can't stop whoever's going to infiltrate us. Then our local police force takes over. They can't stop them. Do you think Jed in Tennessee and Bob in Jersey with your thank God for the gun law?
Yeah.
I got my
Tony on Long Island.
Yeah, Tony on Long Island gonna stop me, Foom Duck Young, and Vladimir and whoever who's just already crushed everyone. This ain't Red Dawn in the night. They say Patrick Swayze ain't gonna help you, you retards. People are retarded when they watch the fucking news. So anyway, I don't know how I got into that.
They're
Very funny,
well,
man.
I do have a couple of responses. to that.
Please.
I do have a couple of responses.
Please.
And of course, I don't think there's anyone in their right mind that would assume that a bunch of people with whatever weapons are legally available to the American public these days can fend off the United States military.
Correct.
I never thought that. I don't think that's actually the point.
Correct.
What I think the point is that an armed public cannot be taken over with a swipe of the pen in more of a figurative term. But here it is. You're not looking to defeat the United States Army with your guns at home.
Sure.
But
Yes.
if the United States military and the government leading that military knows it has to fire upon its people because its people will shoot back at them, it negates the country. The country's gone at that point. So then what is the government actually holding on to at that point? You know what I mean? You can't open fire on a huge number of American people because they're shooting back at you. Now, if the American people have no weapons, it's very easy to just legislate your will upon them and take away people's rights and whatnot. It's not winning. The thing is, if you even get into a battle with the American people, you lose. You instantly lose. You lost the country. You've lost everything the country supposedly stands for, and there's no more free United States of America.
And there is one now?
I know you can talk about what it is now and everything. I understand that. I don't think it's free now either. And I think they can legislate against you in small pockets of resistance like Waco and whatnot.
Boston.
Yes, you can smooth it over and say, well, these are individual things on a large scale. On a large scale, where a tyrannical American government wants to completely take over in some way. I don't know what it would be, but you cannot make that huge leap to, mission accomplished. You can't do that and then have people show up at Disney World the next day like nothing happened. You know what I mean? It takes shut up, Jimmy.
Really? That's a goofy argument, man.
It is not a goofy argument.
man.
It is not a goofy argument.
It's a goofy argument.
It is not a goofy
At
argument.
the end of the day, what are you saying? I still don't even understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is an armed population.
Okay, we
of
all
this,
have guns. Yeah,
of
I
this
got it.
country.
Okay.
Everyone that's armed in this
Legally.
country is
Yes.
legally.
Okay, you got arms,
Right,
I got
right.
arms. Okay, I got that. Now what?
I believe it is a deterrent to the government just invoking its will on the people without. No.
Anthony,
Jim.
you really think?
Yeah.
Let's say you've got a tank. Let's say you've got
Armored vehicle personnels or whatever.
Yes, you have a nuclear warhead in your fucking garage.
Sure.
You really think at the end of the day, someone in Washington's going, listen, it's time for takeover, but keep away from that Anthony from the
No.
O&A show because he's got too many weapons.
No, it never gets to that point.
So what is it?
It
I
never
don't understand
gets
what you
to
just
that
said.
point. It's a
then.
deterrent. It's almost an
Someone's got a
uneven
dog,
detente.
and I don't want to go in that house because they got a dog.
It's an uneven detente where it's a balance of power based on the fact that if anything happens, it negates what we are right now. It eliminates this country of ours. If the United States military starts firing on American people who are firing back at the military on a level much bigger than Waco, then but that doesn't have to happen because You don't understand what I'm saying?
I don't know.
It's
a fucking-
really pretty far-fetched.
It is not far-fetched.
You're talking about fucking communism. You're talking about, like, pure Russian military. Oh, my God. Hey, look, it's the 4th of July parade. No, it's not. Welcome to America. Oh, my God, they're shooting on us. I thought it was a float. What happened to America? They took our guns away. That's what happened. It's goddamn Nazism all over. Like, you're so far-fetched in what you're saying.
No, it's not far-fetched.
Yes, it is. It's crazy. It's lunacy what you're saying.
I'm not even saying what's lunacy.
It's lunacy.
You're saying more lunacy shit, thinking the government is going to have some 18-year-old in a fucking shipping container launching drone attacks on cities that people have fucking...
That's lunacy?
That's more action movie shit than me saying that people, the knowledge that the American people have over 300 million guns in their possession.
You ever see the videos? You ever see the videos of, like, Iraq War when they're on the ships?
Yes.
What do you think? That's a guy packing a fucking missile in a thing? That's a guy in a computer going...
I know that. I think you're missing my point.
I think a lot of people are.
No, I think a lot of people know exactly what I'm talking about. It's simple. There is a deterrent alone in the knowledge that the American people are armed. Regardless if they're armed with fucking muskets or blowguns or anything else, there's a deterrent there to know.
But no one cares if you got a gun. Like, I don't care if you got a gun. We're talking about crazy semi-automatic...
what's the difference between semi-automatic?
Assault
Shut up with an assault rifle. An assault rifle is a semi-automatic gun like a hunting rifle. There's nothing different.
Right. I'm talking like...
You can't own one. You can't own a machine gun in this country.
You shouldn't. There's no reason
But there is already a law. That law's there.
I know, but again...
Why can't I have... Why can't I go out right now in New York State and buy a semi-automatic AR-15 and take it to the range?
Because if you get fucking wasted or someone finds it, it's a deadly fucking weapon. Here's the other one. Well, then you gotta stop cars. Then we should take cars away. Fucking retard argument. Right. It's all madness, dude. It's the thought process that you really think it's going to deter anything that I think starts insulting intelligence.
Well, then I think the bigger insult is the thought process thinking taking guns away from
Not taking
people.
away.
Oh, yeah? Try to buy that. Try to buy that.
Why would I want to?
Because it's cool.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
One of my kids find it, or one of the retard kids across the street find
What are
it.
you leaving it laying around like a rake?
So jackass, man.
You got to be what's called responsible when you own a gun. Just like acting with a car. With a car. You got to be responsible with a car. You do.
But people aren't. That's the problem.
But you have to be with a car.
But you're not.
You're letting people drive. You're letting irresponsible people get into cars to drive and kill many more people than guns. Now, you laugh at that. You laugh at it, but it's the same argument you're making.
Okay.
Oh, they leave their keys around for their 16-year-old to jump in and drive away. Well, why do you leave your keys in your purse, dummy?
Because no one takes a car and purposely drives into a school and mows them the fuck down.
And you know what? On a statistical level, it's very rare.
Statistics. All right, so when your kid is killed, you let me know how that statistic works.
All right, how about
That's
the fucking...
the dumbest thing
How about the 6 kids in Chicago that were fucking shot over the weekend that no one even gave a shit about?
Because we're that used to it now. Like, more kids killed.
Is that it?
What are you arguing for? What are you, like, barking for? What do you want? You just want machine guns?
I want the ability...
Okay.
To live my fucking life the way I want.
You have it.
No, I don't.
You got 50. You got a big
buy
fucking
another
contract.
one of those.
You got a great.
I want to buy another one of those.
Then move to a country where you can get one.
Well, I guess I can't.
Why not? Because they figured out, the rest of the world figured out that when the fucking people...
God. Stop it! The rest of the world figured out what?
That when you have...
Savages are killing people all over the world with weapons a lot less fucking sophisticated than that.
And you know what? The people that kill us here are nice, young, educated people. They're not savages. They're wackos. Or they're on drugs.
Most of it
or they had problems. Or they grew up in a bad home. They're not savages.
No, most of them are gang savages, and that's what all the homicides come from. There's a small portion that are those crazy white kids that shoot up the schools, and that's what the news picks up on. But it's not romantic and fun enough when it's just gangbangers shooting grandma for a piece of crack or shooting at his buddy from 3 feet away and hitting three 12-year-olds.
What? Yeah. Take it. They shouldn't have it. Fucking take it away.
They shouldn't have it.
Take it away.
They shouldn't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
The problem is they
like
legislate...
fireworks. I'm annoyed that I can't light off M80s anymore. That bothers me. But because some retard blew his fucking hand off or let his kid he got wasted and the kid blew it up, that fucked up 4th of July. I think we still enjoy 4th of July every year. Now I got to travel to a fucking river to watch it for 20 hours and then take me 9 hours to get home. But we still have 4th of July. It's no fucking difference.
No difference.
Too many retards fucked it up. The guy across the street, a guy in my general neighborhood.
Yeah.
His kids came walking around the neighborhood with bullets strapped around and with one of his guns. It's like...
He should have been arrested.
Should have been, but he wasn't.
He should have been fucking arrested.
He should have been, which proves to the point we can't take control of it. So when we can't get control of it, you're not allowed to play the toy.
Stop.
You're fucked.
You think that everyone should be based on the lowest common denominator and what they can or can't fucking handle, and that's how we should take it away? Well, you know what? Maybe sometimes you get up on stage, maybe you'll say shit that offends people or makes people do things or influences people. So why don't we just take what you say and throw that out the fucking window too, Brewer?
What's it got to do with
it's
taking
the same thing.
No, it makes no sense.
You're saying that because some people can't handle certain things, that everyone can't have it.
Murder weapons. I don't have a murder weapon. I don't have a weapon that can destroy and kill somebody.
Oh, we could argue that you're fucking influential. You're very influential. Your speech is very influential.
Okay.
And look out. You might influence people to hurt homosexuals or Negroes.
At the end of the day, are you upset just with guns in general or that you can't get a machine gun?
I don't need a machine gun. I like a good semi-automatic. You know, when you pull the trigger, every one pull, one bullet flies out the other end.
And you use it for target and
I love going
leisure.
to the range and target shooting. And then I like having other weapons that I use for self-protection.
Yes.
Which is, I kind of like the idea that it puts you on equal footing with some thug that might want to do you bodily harm.
Yeah, I'm with you there 100%.
Someone busts in your door.
I'm with you.
I'm sure if someone kicks in your door, the first thing you're going to think is, I wish I had a gun.
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you. Someone came over to my house. He showed me his gun. He's like, listen, I travel everywhere with a gun. I need to let you know I have a gun in your house.
Oh, that's nice.
I said, okay. Let me see. He goes, listen, it's in a case, blah, blah, blah. And he showed it to me. And I'm not going to lie. My wife, every night, gives me a fucking false alarm someone's breaking in. And sometimes I get worried because I know the golf club or the bat just ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
With a bullet facing my torso.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So, this one night, while they were sleeping over, I swear to God,
slept like a baby.
I got woken up in the middle of the night. Someone's tussling the front door. What? I know I hear someone trying to get in the front door. This is every other month. It was the first time in my life I just got up with no fear. Walk to the front door and even ask who it was. I just opened the front door knowing they may get me, but my kids are safe because right next to them is some weapons that are going to put major holes in these people or deter them.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Right.
It's sort of like playing a game with rules. All right, we all have a rules to this game. However, as much as steroids, baseball, whatever, obviously whoever's making the rules up aren't sticking to them, and it's turning into bad shit.
Yeah,
here and there, even if the percentage is small, even if it's blah blah blah, and it's fucking things up for you, who should have the right to go.
Certainly,
I go to a range, and so like this guy, he goes to the range. When I went to the range, this guy had a. It looked like a Smith & Wesson, but it sounded like a cannon. And he warned us. He went, hey, listen. He was a huge guy. He went, hey, listen. I'm shooting off assault rifle. He said it's assault, but it was a pistol. Wow. And this thing, literally, it was so loud, even with the headphones on. It had a whole. It was like,
it was probably the 50 caliber. Yeah.
Yeah, and it went, and flames came out the end. And the what do you call it? The target would just explode like feathers a pigeon getting blown up, and you can see his boner. And I would have one too, just go pow, pow. And my daughter, I have to say, she was shooting and she was a beast, and she turned to me and she went, I really like that feeling of power.
It's just it's fun to shoot.
But does the average citizen need that? I mean,
Jimmy.
I'm just
correct.
Jimmy's an asshole.
Right.
But who was at the front door?
Who's at the front?
Who was at the front
door? Her imagination.
Oh, no. I figured as much, but I needed to know.
Imagination. Who was at the front
You left
door.
us with it, and I opened the door.
Yeah. I like your analogy, though, with the sports, and there has to be rules and things like that. I understand the rule factor. But here's what happens. Imagine playing a game where you're adhering to the rules, but there's people on the other team that aren't paying attention to any rules, and they're not penalizing those people. Every time someone doesn't pay attention to the rules, they go to the people that are paying attention and give them more rules. So now
like
in New York
household, if
crazy.
I'm in my house and my kids, I go, listen, no Fritos, no snacks after 7 o'clock.
Right.
Okay. 7 o'clock. Any snacks, you're going to get punished. You're screwed.
Right.
No iPads, no Instagram, and no email, no nothing. Okay. Now, when I'm not around, I go upstairs, and this little fucker's sneaking. I said, where'd you get that? Well, Mom said? Hey, did we not go? Well, she did do her homework, and then 2 weeks later, there's ants infested in her bedroom, and the cat has fleas because of the fucking bugs from the Fritos that she ate in the bed. And I go, this is why I don't want Fritos in here. And then it happened 3 times, and then I go, you know what? No more fucking Fritos, period, because I'm tired of people fucking with the rules. Everyone's fucked. So there. It's up to the people, and I tell the sisters, I go, listen, I don't care which one of you fuckers do it. One of you fuck up, you're all screwed. That gives an incentive for the other ones to go, don't bring the Fritos up there. I'm going to tell Dad.
That might work
I'm going to tell Dad.
In the Brewer dictatorship that you live in.
Yes, well, Fritos. Someone's eating the Fritos in bed, and no one's...
But I have a right to bear Fritos.
Yes, you
cannot
do.
take that away from me.
Yes, you do. And no one's going to come in and take them. At the end. If you got the Fritos in your house, they're in your house. Tough shit. They're in there already. From here on now, it literally should be like, sit down. What's your name? Where you from? First of all, the way you look, you got to go home. It's already out. You're already out. You're already out.
Do you know what I have to go? You know what people have to go through to get a gun, especially in a place like New York. It is nearly impossible to get a pistol. The ability to own a pistol in New York City. New York State, it's tough enough. Rifles, shotguns in New York City, almost impossible. You could do it in New York State. But now they're legislating things like, all right, I have a pistol. It holds 9 rounds in the magazine.
Yeah.
Now there's a law that was just passed that said I can only put 7 bullets in whatever magazine I have. So if I have a 10-round magazine, I'm only allowed to put 7 bullets in it.
Stupid.
Now, what will this do for crime at all? Because now what they're doing is, if you're caught that you don't even know the law, you pop 9 in because it fills the mag up and you put it in, and you're caught, you now are a criminal. You've taken a guy that is legally paid attention to the laws. He's kept his old nose clean. He's gone through the hoops to get the gun. And now, through this illusion that there's Cuomo signing the big anti-gun violence bill.
Sure.
And making this guy now go to jail or pay a fine or not be able to have a gun because he's violated a gun law.
Yeah.
where he's put 2 more bullets that were supposed to be. Do you think a guy that's going to commit a gun crime is going, well, at least I only put 7 rounds in there. I didn't fill the gun up. I'm pointing it at someone and stealing his money, or I'm shooting somebody. So these laws that they put in place under this phony guise of public safety and anti-violence, and they always give it a good name.
Garb.
They are doing nothing to make people safe. What they are doing is taking people that have been adhering to the law and being good and safe and fucking them up.
Yes.
I don't get that part of the whole thing.
It's politics.
Well, yeah.
It's just politics.
It's the politics of contraband. It's the smuggler's blues.
I know, and I really contemplated on getting a gun, especially after Hurricane Sandy, because we had no electric, and that's the first time.
Man, you shoot the fucking LIPA guys. I know.
That's the first time where I realized how vulnerable everyone is. Everyone's vulnerable.
Yeah.
Our neighborhood was fine, but only took 3 to 5 more weeks before our neighborhood would have been like, hey, you got any food in there?
It was getting crazy at the gas station.
Not even 3 to
At
5
first it
weeks,
was
by the way.
You look at each other, you do that mouth where like, we're all here, it's gas. Yeah. And then by the next day and the day after that, you start to look like,
yes,
I don't think he was here online.
Yes.
And you all get that Twilight Zone mob mentality.
Yes.
There he is. He's the one that started it. You chase him down with pipes.
Yes.
2 weeks tops.
Yes.
It would take 2 weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
But imagine if
For a
everybody had
complete
guns,
breakdown.
how fast things would get bad.
Right.
Couple people get popped here and there. Now,
Let me tell you one thing. I never worried about me getting gasoline. That's for sure.
I'm putting it in the container. Back up. Back up. There's 7 bullets in here. I'm adhering to the rules.
I'm adhering to all the laws of the land.
How many bullets
But
do
I'll
you need,
take
right?
7 of you.
I do say, I was thinking about getting a gun. My wife was upset with me. I went. In Jersey, you got to go to the police station. I don't know where it is.
Oh, it's crazy.
There you
Yeah.
go. Police station, all that jazz. And then I know for myself, I'm not sure. Not that I would use it, but I would flash it a lot.
Oh, shit. A little brandishing.
I would be a flasher.
That's illegal.
Me and Jimmy
I'd be a
say that.
flasher.
Yeah, that's very illegal.
We're not responsible enough to have guns.
And that's what my friend is very responsible. He's like, listen, you don't. The rule is you never take a gun out unless you're using it.
Yeah.
Case closed. He goes, the minute you take it out, you're screwed.
Now you're opening yourself up to a lot of shit.
You better make sure that other person is popped, shot, done, no questions asked.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm capable of doing that. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. But I know.
It's a great responsibility.
My point is, like, I know I don't have that responsibility yet. I know if you come in my house he told me an instance where I said, did you ever take it out? And he said it one night, scared the life out of me. It was about 3 a.m. Someone's banging my front door trying to get in. He goes, I took out, he has like a 9mm or whatever. He takes out his gun, he aims it at the door and announces, I have a gun. It is loaded. I will be shooting you. Please, I'm calling the police.
So do we, motherfucker. Oh, shit, we.
Right. He said they then opened up the screen door and started banging the door, as in trying to get it, shouldering their way in.
Come on.
He said again, I'm going to shoot the minute that door is open. I'm open. Now, he's got a little house. It's not like it's a little place in Florida. It's not like he's in a mansion and all this, and there's money to be taken here. And then they went to the window where they started opening the window, and then he heard giggling. And he realized it was his wife's wasted friend trying to be funny.
Oh, cute.
And he's like, I literally almost killed this jackass.
Did he yell at her or him?
You
gotta assume.
I assume they yelled.
Why did I ask that question? You have a great story, and I throw a literal question. So what was
See,
the,
now,
what
right
was the
there,
temperature?
I would have stuck
Dope I am.
stuck the gun up right down their esophagus.
Yeah.
And pulled the trigger, but I would
Yeah.
for an hour straight. I would have stuck it like in Karen. Karen, I'm sorry. It would have been that scene. Gun point in your face.
Obviously, you got to be.
But I realized
pretty sure about what you're doing.
I don't think I would have even let him get that far. I would have started.
Oh my God! Never through the door.
Right through the door.
Oh, never through the door. That's a movie thing.
I have 3 kids.
God.
You're done. You have 5 seconds, whether you're intoxicated or not.
We gotta piss.
Oh,
I gotta piss too.
Yeah, all right.
Jimmy had to
I'll
leave.
piss too.
Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy just left.
We're all gonna pee. Hey, Brewer, what are you promoting, by the way? What do you got here? Let me see.
Friday night, Epics, new special. Same thing where Jimmy is. Jimmy's on Epics.
Yeah, that was great.
So what?
A bunch of us are on Epics.
Nice. So
I think I kick it off June 7th.
Nice.
I think it's me, Norton, and a bunch of other comics, all with new 1-hour specials.
That's exciting. And then what do you got? Colonial Theater, Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah, that's all this week. There's Pittsfield, there's
That's June
Connecticut.
6th. Richfield, Connecticut, June 7th. Bay Street Theater, Sag Harbor.
Yeah.
Almost got a summer house in Sag Harbor.
Did you?
Almost. They wanted way too much money, but who gives a fuck? Why am I even saying? June 10th, Bay Street Theater, Sag Harbor. Nice.
Yeah.
And then Governor's June 13th to the 16th.
Yeah, Thursday.
Fucking Brewer is in studio. Jim Brewer playing the heavy metal comedy Saturday at the Starland Ballroom in Sayreville, New Jersey. I don't think I've seen you since I went and saw you there. I had the big stupid
Is
beard.
that where you were? No, you came to see me up in Nyack.
Yeah, at, what's
Palisades.
his name? Palisades at the what was it?
Levity
Live.
Live.
I haven't
That's
seen you
right.
since then. We had a fucking blast up there.
That was really good. You gotta try the meatballs. That's all they shove down your throat. The meatballs. You gotta try the meatballs, Jimmy. This ain't no regular comedy club.
And fresh chocolate chip cookies.
Fresh.
And we were howling in the fucking dressing room to the point I think you were late to go on stage.
Yeah, what were we cackling about?
You fucking this guy. You have
Didn't
so
have
many
my kids there or something?
No. We were talking about houses burning down in the Outer Banks.
Oh yeah, I never told that story. Good God,
That's hilarious. And I'm thinking to myself, fuck your material. This guy could just go on stage and just for example,
storytellings
and just tell the house burning down story from the Outer Banks.
that was great. I almost burnt down the entire Outer Banks.
Oh man.
Could you tell? Do you mind?
Not at all.
Because I was howling.
No, this is great Long Island, South Shore white trash heading to another state and haven't been out in a while. Every year, for like 2 years in a row, I would rent 2 houses down on the Outer Banks. And I'd rent it so far, I'd rent it as far north as possible. So you have to go on the Outer Banks and then drive on the beach.
The 4x4 beach.
The 4x4.
That's where I get my house every summer.
Because I have
amazing.
so many heavy drinkers in my family, I didn't need them driving around in North Carolina all night.
Right.
So we would go at the far north end of the beach where the fence was to get into Virginia.
It's at the actual border. Right
yes,
there.
I was at the border. So I have 2 houses,
far.
and there's nobody near me, so they get as loud as they want. Matter of fact, the first night, we had the kid house, and we have the do whatever you want house. Of all people, everyone in the do whatever you want house is usually 50 and over.
Right.
They don't even get off there. I don't think any of my sisters saw the beach that week.
Oh, really?
I swear to God.
The beach is literally right in front of you.
It's 40 yards. It's in front. There's wild horses there. Both my sisters never even stood up. They just urined, cut a urine hole in a bench, peed, drank jugs of wine, smoked 4,000. My one sister's married to the big thick German. He'd start drinking Heineken at 9 with the eggs. And so the first night we go to bed, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. And for down there, that's about 4 a.m. 11 o'clock at night is 4 a.m. because you start early, you drink all day, you go swimming, you see dolphins, horses. It's a big, long day. So the end of the night, I hear like this music. Like, what is going on? I look in the next house, and there's these guys playing guitar. Like, I know no one in my family plays instruments. Like, who's at their house playing guitars? These fucking yo-yos were so loud, the locals were like, hey, man, someone's having a big party. And they came out of the woods. Now, you got to see the locals down there.
Oh, man.
This is where convicts live.
The houses right next to the ocean are fucking beautiful. Elevators, pools, you name it. But you go in the backwoods, which is right there toward the Bay Area, and it's fucking...
They're convicts.
I'm convinced they're like making moonshine and crystal meth and all sorts of shit.
And there's slavery still going on deep in the woods there. Without a doubt, hands down.
Something's going on.
So anyway, before it's locals, it's just partying our brains off. Now, before we get there, I usually rent a week with my family, and then a week before that, I get my friends from Long Island. So why don't we go there before my family comes? Now, it's 4th of July week. So as we're going down, we stop in Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we must have dropped, I'm not even exaggerating, probably $1,000. Easy.
For south of the border.
Easy. $1,000 in fireworks.
Fuck.
Now, we get to North Carolina. We're all hopped up for we haven't had a display like this since 1978's block party. Jefferson Avenue, the big fire walk-off. This was a huge event. There's no trees to interrupt. This is great.
Perfect.
Now, whenever you get down there, have you ever been down there 4th of July?
No.
Oh.
No, I always go in August.
It's better than the Hudson River.
Yeah.
And it's all locals shooting these things all over the water. So it clearly says everywhere, don't even, every sign, every turn, don't even listen. Don't even think about shooting your goddamn fireworks off. We will arrest you. It is a federal offense. Don't shoot your goddamn fireworks off down here. And they must stay on the ground. No aerials. Well, of course. Now we wait for night. We can't even wait for night. Now we figured before, now we were afraid of getting caught, so we went on the local street. Now the local street on the beach is all sand, so it's impossible. If someone called the cops on you, it's going to take 20 minutes for them to show up.
Okay.
So we got this plan. There's no way anyone's going to catch us. This is going to be phenomenal. So we go in front of the house where it's just all sand. There's no real roads. And we're lighting off the fireworks. And we're having a fucking hoot.
Of course you are.
We're wasted on wine. We're blasted shots. We're having a great time. Bringing back the buzz of 79. We're going back to 1979 in Rosedale, behind the bowling alley. It's the great buzz of 79. We haven't had this much fun since we stole wine coolers from the Chinamen. So we're hooting up, we're shooting off fireworks. Can't believe how great this is
great
now.
Time, yeah.
We're like, let's save the biggies for the beach. So we take them all up and we leave them we basically just cover up. Now the wives come, mostly mine, and she's like, you can't leave the fireworks out and trashed out on the street, and you should put them in the garbage. We'll put them in the garbage, but they're hot. We don't want to put them in. Just put sand in them.
Oh no!
So we take the firework garbage, we put them in the garbage pails, and we throw some sand on them. We're buzzed, so it's probably not as much as we should have. So now we head to the front. Now we go to the beach side, and we're lighting the big ones off. The ones where you need the pipes, tubes. Sure enough. What a great sound that is.
It's great, man.
Holy shit! Umbrella! That one looked like it was gonna land on us.
That's like army shit.
That's right. It echoes down the beach.
Yeah.
So we see the cops coming.
Oh shit!
But again, it's like ocean water. 200. They're so far down the beach. We're watching them as we're hiding the fireworks. So we're taking the fireworks and we're putting them under the stairs. There's a little stairs that lead to your house. We're putting under there, and we're burying some. We're throwing others in the garbage. We still see them coming. Sure enough, and we figured, we'll pretend we're caught with some fireworks, you know.
Yeah.
So he stops, and he goes, all right, I need ID from all of you. So, whatever, we're taking out the ID. He goes, now, I'll have you know, you gonna tell me where the fireworks are, because I clearly saw you lighting them up, or I'm taking each and every one of you to jail.
Oh.
I instantly panic. and I'm like, listen, man. And before I can even finish my sentence, I have to say, my friend Larry, he works at FedEx. He's blue collar. He's like, listen, bro, I don't know what you're looking for, but we ain't got it. You're coming up negative here, bro. You're coming up here negative. You got nothing right here. You might as well put your pen away because you ain't writing a report. I don't know what to tell you. We all know that guy.
I know that guy.
We all know that guy.
I know that guy.
And he's got his own sayings. He's telling the guy, he's like, bro, negative. I don't know what to tell you.
Coming up negative.
Put the pen away. You got no report to fill in. I don't know what to tell you, bro. So he's sitting there, but he's not buckling under. The cop goes, I'm going to start searching right now. He goes, bro, do what you got to do. Bring the dogs. Do what you got to do. We're right here for your exposal. Right here for your exposal, bro.
Oh, shit.
So the cop starts looking around. My heart's now we're all looking in areas.
Fuck.
He's asking us where we're staying. He's like, bro, I was just visiting. About 6 houses down. We're not telling him we're staying right here.
All right.
So he starts looking around. We're all figuring out where we're going to dart and how.
If he sees one.
Because if he sees one, there's 6 of us. He's fat. There's no way he's outrun us in the sand.
Can I ask you how long ago this was?
I'm going to say 5 years tops.
So you're well into adulthood here.
Oh, yeah.
This is a story you do when you're 19, Jim.
I've got 3 kids sleeping in the house. I got my baby sleeping in the house.
Okay. Just wanted to know.
So with that, he finally drives away. He's like, I'm telling him, if I catch you, I'm gonna find out. Bro, all clean here. We're all clean. We just told you we're all clean. We're not like that. So he drives away. Now we're laughing. We're enjoying how we just
got out of it.
Got out of the Southern police. Now the homes there have 3 layers. It's literally like a Tony Montana house. Back out about 3 minutes later, very calmly, guys, there's a really, really bad fire in the front of the house.
Oh, shit. Really, really bad fire.
But that's how she said it. And, of course, we're like, yeah, sure. One friend's got the, hey, he's got the pipe. Oh, it's good. It's great. The fire helps the earth and the water. So she goes back in. She goes, no, guys, you really have to do something about this fire. And she's holding her belly while she's saying this. She goes, it's a bad fire. I'm not kidding. So as she says that, I swear to God, in like slow motion, I just kind of look up, and as I'm getting up, I see a glare coming over the top of the house.
Oh, shit.
And I get up. Now, this is from the 3rd level of the house. And I turn, and through the living room and through the kitchen window, I could see the top of a flame.
Oh, man.
And
Shit.
And I'm looking.
That's 20 feet high, easy.
Easy. And I'm
20
looking.
foot flames, easy.
And we all go right in the front.
Yeah.
And you see.
Oh, no.
This fucking thing's about 20 feet high and 8 to 10 feet wide. And it's in the front of the house. We're like, oh, my God. Now it's August, so everything is literally like a matchstick.
Everything can burn.
There's no. So we go running outside. Now we go run outside. We're literally like dogs. We're trying to throw the sand on the thing. Like, you get that section, and we're taking our shoes and we're scooping sand up and throwing it all over. the girls are taking buckets and they're running to the pool and coming back with buckets.
Bucket brigade.
Now you gotta remember too, all this is in the sand. So when you run the house, it's a good 100 feet.
Oh,
so by the time they come back, the bucket's half full. They're out of breath. They need help to come and get them for the relay race. Now the locals are out there and they're like, "You better call the fire department. It's gonna spread to the rest of the island." And as they're saying that, you literally, I swear to God, you'd see one little spark come floating off the tree.
Oh, man.
And go maybe like 8 feet, and the minute it lands, it would start up. And this thing's heading for the next house, and it's heading for our cars. So I'm going to say we got it about 60% under control.
The fire department. Yeah, we have about 60% under control. We're hoping by the end of the day we can really get a bite onto this thing. Oh, man.
So I'm all worried about the cars. We start getting the cars, and we're moving the cars so the cars don't blow up, but it's heading for the other house. That's what I'm starting to freak out about.
Oh, man.
And so now we got a hose. Another guy comes out with a hose, and we'll hose it down. 65% under control now. The fire department comes. They put it out really quick. We have to fill out a report.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
Now, that same day, all right, earlier that day, we started cooking. I forgot about this. As we were cooking, now their gas stoves are on the top deck. So, cooking burgers and blah, blah, blah. And we're in the kitchen. We turn around. The top deck is on fire.
It's a separate fire?
Yes. The barbecue had so much grease in it, it went on fire. It lit part of the deck. The deck is syringed. So we have this situation, and we have the whole front. Now, the next morning, we get up, and I am not. They had a row of trees and bushes, just all brown or gone. I mean, it's black, brown, and gone. Where we had the garbage pails, they completely disintegrated. So
3 fires now.
Right, so they completely disintegrated.
No, well,
Two fires. But
that's from the fireworks that they put in the garbage pail.
So now we're panicking, going, the real estate agent's going to come here. Well, sure enough, who comes pulling in the driveway?
Oh, my God.
This guy pulls in the driveway, and it says, I don't want to say the travel agency. I haven't been back since anyway. They pull up, the guy gets out, and he's before he gets out, he's in the car. And I'm going, oh, my God, he's just looking at all the damage. We're in a lot of trouble. This is really bad. He's been in the car for like 10 minutes. He gets out of the car. He looks at the direction of all the bushes where the garbage pails used to be. He comes walking up the stairs. I open the door, and he goes, hello, I'm from the agency. I went, I know. This is bad. He goes, I apologize. I go, you apologize? He goes, I would have got here sooner because I'm here about the kitchen drawer. Your wife called the kitchen drawer's jammed. So I'm looking at him like all awkward. And I'm not sure if he's toying with me.
Right.
So I said, yeah. Yeah,
motherfucker.
Let me show you that. So
We're paying good money for this house.
Saying really good. I've got family here.
Right.
I can't cook a meal. It's stuck.
Can't cook a meal without lighting everything on fire, apparently.
So he fixes the drawer, and before he leaves, I go, listen, just want to let you know, the barbecue went on fire. And he looks at you. Oh, this happens all the time. It's not your fault. I said, yeah, the cleaner should have done something with the grease or something. He goes, no problem. He goes, is there anything else? I go, no, sir. He goes back in the car, and he leaves. So now we know, all right, here's what we got to do. We go to town. We bought all new garbage pails and green spray paint. And we spray painted all the bushes and the trees. I swear to God. Green and brown, everything. It had no leaves and nothing, but we painted it all. And we had brown, and we were spray painting the sand. So, and we spray painted everything as if it was back to normal. And we came that close to burning down all the Outer Banks, man.
That's fucking insane. 3 separate fires.
Dude, it was bad news. That one that was the one in the front when the firemen came.
What was actually burning in the front?
What happened was
the fireworks.
The fireworks in the garbage pail.
Right.
Started a fire in the garbage pail.
Oh,
and then
shit.
that thing completely disintegrated, and they put it on crates, wooden crates.
Oh, so that shit
then the
went
crate
up.
went up, and then that lit up the bushes and the trees
And
and
once the
everything
embers
else.
start going,
And
it's
this had
over.
to been a period of a good 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Between putting those fireworks in there and then going and catching another buzz and dealing with the cops and then sitting and
All
relaxing
that
and
shit,
enjoying
and
the
the
night.
thing just brewing.
Right.
The fire's just fucking percolating.
Yeah, where you guys go enjoy the front.
Yeah,
We're going to percolate here in the front.
Could wait for the perfect opportunity to just burst into flames. Wow, man. Thank God somebody saw it, because you motherfuckers just partying with the
If
place.
she wasn't pregnant
Yeah.
and
She would have been down
She
there.
go to
Decided to
bed.
go to bed, right?
Yeah.
that place would have been lit up. And I would have been in the news for the wrong reasons.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Comedian Jim Brewer, apparently involved in a huge fire.
Formerly go to more. No, here's what it would have been like: half-baked sets a baking blaze.
That's it. Perfect. A fully baked blaze in North Carolina by the I'm Not High Jim Brewer. That's good. Arsonist Jim Brewer. Oh, shit.
He's got more to bleat about today.
So the sisters were having a party with the locals with the music and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were
would
getting
party-
along with everybody.
Yeah, they partied their asses off. They smelt like hungover for 6 straight days.
God
Oh,
damn.
my God. That's
It's
fucking
great
funny.
down there.
It is great. I haven't been down there since. I want to do it again, but
I
you know,
think-
no one pays. I'm the only one that pays for everything.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you can't get people to, like, chip in?
If people chip in,
What's that?
it's a joy.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a
Really,
joy. You know, I
it's
tried to
nice.
do it 2 years ago. Let's all do it. And when it came down to chip in, and I literally did it to like a welfare system, where I was like, okay, we know you're not in this category, so you guys just chip in $200.
It was progressive.
As a
You had
whole
progressive
family.
plan.
Buy
You
the
guys
beer.
try-
Buy the beer.
Yeah, you
That's what we
guys
went
buy the
for.
beer. You guys, I think we get like 6 people going. Yeah, all right, we'll go. The rest were like, oh, yeah. Dude, I paid for rental car. You name it.
Wow.
I was like, just
Yeah.
let's all be together.
That's
We'll have
cool.
such a good time. And it was a great time. 2 years in a row.
Your Long Island buddies and shit?
Oh,
Just
God.
guys you grew up with and stuff?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think you might have met them at a
Met
show or
most of
two. They
them.
used to be
Good guys, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy and Larry. God, it was a great time. But
I
here's what I was gonna say. I'm in freaking Melbourne, Australia, right? I'm doing shows the last 2 weeks in Australia. I'm in Melbourne, and I'm finishing the show, and I go, you know, I know a lot of you guys don't know who I am. Thanks for coming out, blah, blah, blah. Pizza Man!
Oh, shit.
Oh, it is!
Holy
The
shit. that's cool.
knapsack! Except it was like this. Pizza Man!
Yeah.
Knapsack!
I know.
Yeah. And you guys are huge.
Wow.
With the young, I mean, they were coming up after the show going, we download you all the time on that Opie and Anthony, and we listen to all the great stories. And this is I actually called Opie and left the message on the wrong phone, but the guy goes, we were listening today, and Opie was talking about homeschooling his kid, and they were busting on you because they know you homeschool your oldest daughter.
Right. We just did this.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's
is-
new shit.
Yeah, well, that was in
that's
freaking
very cool.
Melbourne, Australia.
Man.
Yeah, I want to ask you a lot of questions about that. Maybe another day. It might be boring for the radio.
That
but
internet.
I don't want to throw my fucking kid in public schools, I don't think.
You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to.
Yeah.
You got the lifestyle. You don't need to. You know what public school is? Google.
That's what we
It's a
said
lot less
yesterday.
experience, and you can travel, and you make your own out. You don't have to wake up at 4 in the morning to get your kid to sit on a bus at 7 so he can deal with some kid that's from another county and shouldn't be there, and he's got a knife on him, and he started smoking pot in the 2nd grade, and you don't have to worry about head lice every September.
See, this all makes more sense to me. Like, I used to listen to Brewer talk about his kids, like, yeah, whatever.
Dude, my kids
shit.
learn.
But now that I'm a father, you're speaking my language.
Not that your kid don't. If you're nowadays, do yourself a favor. I'm sure the curriculum was the same way when we were in school. Look at one curriculum of anyone through the 1st through 8th grade, and you tell me they're actually trying to learn anything beneficial that creates any kind of thing that'll help you the rest of your life. And this is what everyone's argument about the social life.
I was going to say.
What about the social life? What's socialism? What are you talking about? What do you think? We lock the kid in a closet? Like, listen, we're going to let you see the sunlight for 2 minutes at 8 a.m. Make sure you enjoy it. You have activities. You have baseball. You have whatever sports activities.
So there's all.
I never played high school activities. They were all town stuff.
Right.
At the town pool, I played town baseball, playing hockey.
Who teaches your kids? You? Or your wife?
We don't.
Or you
The
bring
two of us
someone in?
really. It's a curriculum. It's all online.
Yeah.
It's online. And if they
How do you know
don't,
if
if they
they're-
can't figure it out,
Yeah.
you go to you ask a tutor. Like we have friends that are teachers, and then you start getting blown away at how many people actually homeschool their kids. Now some of them are freaky.
Yeah.
You got to weed them out. Some of them do it for whatever reasons you don't want to know. But for the ones like myself, it's just like, no, school's retarded.
Do they actually have to sit down and do schoolwork for a certain amount of hours a day?
No. Well, yes.
What do you mean?
Well, no. Here's the thing.
do you
Each state is different. All right.
But your house.
My house, no. Just like, for instance,
They get up and what happens?
here's what we want you to do today. We want you to get through chapter 8 and 9 in science. We want you to get to chapter 15 in math. If you have problems, go to this site. The guy's online. He actually helps. I mean, it's that easy. You go, I need help with algebra. Bing. What is your problem? Well, I don't know how to. Well, X is the division of a numeral that tells you everything.
Yeah.
Do you give them
Tells you
pop
everything.
quizzes?
Oh, yeah, we give her quizzes all the time. Now, here's another thing.
God, how great would that be?
Dude, reading.
Why didn't I have you as a father?
She reads. What we used to do was she would read, and the vocabulary was, if you don't understand a word, highlight it, and then at the end of the chapter, we'll look up and we'll come up with funny sentences of what that word and like how I would use it.
Right.
And so now on the freaking Kindles and everything else, you just highlight the word and you hit define, and it gives you the full blown definition. Everything's at there. Right in your hands.
Yeah.
Right in your hands.
Why not use it?
Why not use
Yeah,
it?
it's there.
It's there. And then you don't have to deal. And then you talk to your kid the way, listen, man, my daughter's 13. You're so lucky you got a son. So lucky you got a son.
I'm scared about getting a girl, man.
She's got the body of, hands down, 15, 16-year-old kid already. And she's
That's the problem.
and she's 12.
Oh, boy.
Now, a couple of her friends, I shouldn't say couple, but there's a few where you're like, I know where you've been.
Really?
You know where they've been. And you
Already.
don't want your kid
Going there.
going there at that age. If it was it's so much different as a boy.
Oh, man.
She wants to wear makeup. She doesn't have a phone. I'm like, barbaric. I'm the only dad who... People, your kid don't have a phone? Like, no, they don't have a phone. What would I do with a phone? Well, what if you drop him off at the mall? I don't drop him off in the mall, jackass. He's 12. He's dropping your kid off at 12 at a mall, and then don't get mad when she's,
Yes.
Yeah,
Jim
enough
doesn't even
said.
want to say it. Jim
Yeah.
can't even bring himself to say it about another daughter.
Yeah.
Don't fucking when she.
Yeah, you know what the fuck, you know.
At the mall. Fucking mall. Brewer. Holy shit, that's got to be torture for you. Torture.
It's just weird. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle.
You're going to have to meet guys and stuff that
Oh,
want to
man.
date your daughter.
Guys,
how do you deal
filthy
with
animals.
that?
Filthy. And this is what I'm trying to tell her. Well, we had to talk with her, and I have to say, it was. I wish I filmed it. I wish I filmed it. It was the greatest talk in history. There's another thing with homeschool. You go to school, remember how you learn?
Oh, and the penis would grow, and it was sensitive things on the penis, and the woman has a vagina, and then the sperm swims, and
and then you hear from Vinny Egan. You stick your dad's wiener goes in your.
Because I couldn't figure out why you would put something on your dick.
The missing ingredient.
The missing ingredient. Yeah. So it's.
So you had to talk with your daughter. I got to hear about this.
It was a great talk, and I.
But you wanted to film it. Why?
Because we laughed so hard. Because here's what it was. Now my wife goes very
serious,
godly.
Oh, okay.
Clinical,
moral.
Yeah.
Clinical. And she'd say, "You want to dress in an appropriate manner, and because you want to show respect." And I'm like, listen, words like appropriate and all that. Let me talk your language. A boy is obsessed just staring at your ass. And she's like, Jim! I'm like, I'm just telling her what she's got to deal with. This is what she's doing.
Right.
He stares at your ass. Now, you've got a great rump.
Oh, Jesus.
She's got a great rump. She took gymnastics. I'm already in trouble. She swims, takes gymnastics.
Oh, man.
I got to watch the black guys around this kid.
Oh, no.
So, but the point is, so I'm telling him, like, listen, how you sell yourself is who you're going to get. Boys have no clue until maybe 15, 16, 17, where they actually will go, well, I may never date anyone ever again. I may want to marry her. That maybe 15, 16. Before that, it's just, boy, I'd like to just see what it's like to stick a thing in there, and I'll see how fast it lasts. I'm sure it's going to feel a lot better than the stuffed animal, like the hole in it, and my sock and everything else, and my catcher's mitt that I put oil on.
Oh, goddamn.
So... It's trying to get that across now, and she's learning the hard way. One of her friends, she had a crush on a boy, and I was like, listen, you can have a crush on the boy all you want, but I'm telling you right now, you're not dating him, and I'm not going to put you in a situation where you're going to be sucking face with him. So I don't have to tell you. Now her best friend, she would tell her best friend, I think knew she was trapped and went for it. And snagged the boy that she had a crush on. Now here it is. This is her first emotional, like, my best friend came and just took that and the way that, and she dressed. The kid was 12 and she's, she looks like she was in a Motley Crue video.
She's working it.
Friday night and I need 11 years old and I'll show you tonight.
So, I mean, wait till you don't think about those emotions, but that's how kids start getting anorexia, and they stick fingers down their throat, and they start doing dope, and they
what a nightmare.
Anything to get that acceptance and fucking, you want something, you want to get it, you don't want other people to take it.
Right. So for 2 weeks, she was trying to purposely dress it. I'm like, listen,
man.
just because that's what she got. And it all turned out because whatever, I'm not going to get into details, but it's just, dude, you have no clue.
Daddy Brewer's hilarious.
It's exhausting.
It's just, he's like, But Jim, his whole life, I've watching Jim and stuff, and then knowing him for years with this show. Jim is just throws shit out there and stuff. This is the only time I've seen you tentative with things. You're like, you want to say shit, but it's like, yeah, I'm a dad, but I don't even want to think about that shit.
Well, you know what's funny is,
And he's got 3 daughters.
Oh, God.
because of the internet,
Hell.
they'll listen to everything that I'll say. This will be, there's some guy in Melbourne right now going, I know Jim's daughter's Facebook page, and I'm going to send the link.
Seen her a little link.
So I literally have to edit whatever I say in life, I have to edit it, because knowing that I'm going to have 3 little ears and eyes pasted on that, like, what is Dad saying right there? So, dude,
They're trying to figure out your combination. They're trying to figure you out.
Man.
I'm sweating right now.
Through your performance. What about the drugs at that age? Are they around yet?
I haven't seen it, but yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
You know what's big in my area is heroin.
Oh, that's nice.
Heroin.
Yeah, they're snorting heroin now.
At what age?
Probably 12, 13.
Oh, there you go.
Especially the richer kids. The richer kids, it's funny, I started working with, I started going this drug addiction program and talked to some of the kids and all that, all from parents with tons of money.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The people with money will look down on the low-level people, like, well, that's because they got 8 fathers, and they're all crack pipe addicts, and they're lazy, and they ain't got no job, and they're on the welfare.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the ones saying that have so much money and are addicted to working, they're not around for their kids, and they're all snorting heroin.
Wow.
That's fucking amazing.
They all had, like, billionaire parents, and some of the parents would roll up on with a freaking town car and a limo to see how their child's, I'm paying great money for the rehabilitation for my child. Like, wow. Why don't you go say hello?
Yeah, how about you say hi and
look
at the facilities. Holy shit.
Yeah, so, the drugs are there, but I think I'm going to have a good grasp on what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, none of that.
You're being a father.
Well, yeah,
you're taking it seriously. You work hard.
You have to take it seriously, but
I know Brewer pretty well.
But I also sacrificed.
You work hard,
so I can go through those. What is the word I'm looking for? I went through
obstacles.
The experimental to see, like a cake testing, so I can explain to them what cakes to avoid.
Right.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
Yes.
I've been there. I tasted many elements, and I can also tell when someone has been eating certain products and cakes and cookies. Jeez. So I'm going to be well prepared for everything they try.
We got Jay Moore on the hotline.
JJ.
What's up, JJ?
Jimmy, what are you, a little lost?
Why don't you stop now? Will you stop?
What are you, a little lost? Taking drugs?
Why don't you go back to, you know which way the jungle is.
Hey, we improved mass transit. We lengthened the vines.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. What the
Mookie,
fuck?
what are you, a little lost, Mookie?
Hey, listen, there's no fruits in these trees in this direction. Head the other way. You're a good climber.
What are you doing in this neighborhood without a minute? Shea Stadium's that way.
There's no hoop courts around here.
Hey, just I almost just said something.
They're close.
You're up early. What are you, filming a sitcom?
And he just handed me a dead bird, which is fucking...
Oh, that's cute.
That is cute.
Where did you get the dead bird from?
In the backyard, I let the dog out.
All right.
I'm tired of cleaning up shit and piss my entire life. The whole house just revolves around people's shit.
Oh, man.
And then the baby comes out. He's in the yard a little bit. It's like kind of dark out. And he's like, I go, oh, what do you got, a little ball? And I go, oh, my God, get it away from me. It's pretty disgusting. Jimmy's show on XM, I've told Jim this, is so good. And but I will say this real quick. People always say to me, like, when they want to, like, slam me, they go, why do you get some new impressions? It's like, well, I don't make fucking celebrities. I can't make more people famous to do. You know what I mean? Like, if Colin would get more famous...
He does a good Colin.
You know,
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's amazing.
all right, don't make a big deal out of it, Jim. Yeah, I did drugs when they tried to teach us Canterbury Tales. Does that count? But then Jimmy, I was listening to an old one. I think it was you and Jimmy Fallon, and I was driving to a gig listening to you, and I realized I think Jim Brewer has more impressions than any of us combined.
Yeah.
Like Jim just, I'm being completely serious. Like Jim just slipped into like Lorne, and then he does like fucking Sharon Osbourne and shit, and I'm like, what fucking riff gun do you have that's different from ours?
You know what? I'm a parakeet. I'm a parakeet.
Yeah.
I think in my last life I was a parakeet. So are you, Jay. You know, this is what I was telling. This is what I was telling Jay.
Hey, hold on, real quick. Isn't the way Jim said parakeet? Did you guys all think he said it wrong?
No, it's...
I was thinking parrot.
Parakeet.
I was like, parakeet.
Parakeet.
Is he still doing the racist guy?
Paraquat.
Go watch out for the
Right? It's a
paraquat.
parakeet, ain't it?
Were you there for the big paraquat scare of 1977?
There's a bunch of paraquats buying into the next neighborhood.
That's weird to me, 'cause I thought we were still doing racist guy.
No, but we'll get into that.
Oh, boy.
But a parakeet. Let's just say there ain't a lot of parakeets where I just came from.
Yeah, Jim apparently knows some place that he said I would like.
Oh, yeah, we're
very
going to get
much.
into that
We'll have to get
after
into
the
that.
break, because that can
yeah.
take a while.
Yeah.
I want to hear about this place.
Yeah, it's wherever Jim's dad is.
But here's what I said about Jay. And I should tell his, first of all, years ago, I tell his manager, I'm like, why don't you, here's, Jay, I'm telling you, Jay, Jay should play, I've got the perfect movie for Jay. He's got to play a movie. I always had a movie idea where it was the ultimate, biggest, fucking, over-the-top, hilarious dick. Only because, no, listen to me say. And his journey is he has to be humbled, but he's so funny and over the top, and he gets away with it because he's either got a gazillion dollars or he's a super duper rock star. You know, so like he shows up at a restaurant at like 4 a.m. and like, yeah, like, sir, we're closed. Shut up. Get the kitchen open. I'm a rock star. And he's got his shirt off. So, because when Jay locks into a character, I've never laughed so hard in my life.
Where do you see writing this movie, man?
Well, I tell you what, I've got this great new deal. Unfortunately, it's with Dane right now and his new sitcom, but
I tell you, Jay did a great job at his Mr. Brooks audition.
It fucking sounds...
Dane. Maybe it's because I lobbied for 4 days for Dane to get the part, but good luck, Papa.
It's the perfect fucking
business
impression
will
that no one
squash
knows.
you
No
like
one
a
knows it,
bug.
and it's perfect.
Jimmy, we do Lauren explaining things to you.
Explaining
When he
things.
shows you out, you did Lauren.
Which one?
Explaining how I know it was like you were.
Jim.
It was Lauren hold on real quick. It was Lauren reassuring you, but you don't realize he fucking pushed you out of the office in the morning.
I'm trying to remember which one, but I do remember this right before, and you know this is something we never talked about too, and I feel like this is when like me and Jay were very close, and then we had a weird stage, and now we're back and everything. It's like old brothers.
Yeah, that's my motherfucking homeboy right there.
That's my man right there, Jay Moores.
We got each other pregnant.
Jay Moores, a brother from another mother.
My sister from another blister. I don't even know what that means. From another blister. Drink off the water to my biological father.
Jay, what the fuck is I just gonna say?
Lauren.
You tell me about Jay
Oh, Lauren.
Foster Farms chicken.
I mean, nobody said it that way.
It sounded good, though.
But Lauren goes, when I first got, right before I got SNL, I'm the last guy to get it. And the people don't realize that Jay was released when I got it. So it was probably, did that ever give you weird feelings?
Never.
Never. Okay, good.
I never even dawned on me until you said it.
No, I'll
Why
never
don't we
forget.
cut Jay loose? We found this young boy named Jim.
No, he didn't want me. He didn't want me.
Why?
No. That
I
was.
don't want Jim. I don't know why Marcy's so high on him.
That's what I think. The NBC one was.
Rocky says Jim gives him great calf massages. We might as well keep him around. I'm an old Jerry Lewis now, so I stink, as Jimmy would say.
Right before I got, Lauren goes, you know, there's a lot of people here that really want you to be here. There's also a lot of people that don't.
Holy
I have to go to California and make a decision for the press announcement, and we'll let you know then. And that's literally
an amazing impression.
That's-
Every Lauren impression you've ever heard.
That's how it
it's
goes
not as
down.
good as-
That's a
not as good
tough-
as the one you-
That's a tough spot to get started in.
Oh, dude.
Holy fuck.
It was.
You're nervous as hell. You're going to be on network TV, and that's the, well.
But when I got that, Jay got, what do you call it, the Tom Cruise flick. And I was like a little girl, like, you're reading with Ty. He's like, bro, relax. Bro. I'd go over to Jay's house, and Jay would drop names like he's talking about ordering food. And he's like, yeah, me and Emilio Estevez. Oh, Emilio, you're hanging out with Emilio Estevez. And this is when Emilio Estevez was still Emilio Estevez.
Right.
He'd be like,
Yeah, how about when I take shit for that? And then meanwhile, Jimmy goes, you know, me and Lawrence, nobody says anything.
dude,
Fucking Lars.
Lars
Rocks.
Let me tell you something. I'm not really sure, but we're having this fucking festival, and I think that it would be fantastic. Maybe Jay would come on and do a set and do that thing that he does so well, and maybe, you know, the fucking characters that he does are just really extravagant, and, you know, Sean Penn often brings up Jay many times over. This one night we were having one of those evenings and me and Sean were like, you know, why isn't Jay more into some more of like maybe Penn films? And Penn was like, oh, it's a good question.
You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I remember also, I don't think I ever told anyone that.
What's that?
I was laying in L.A. in my bed watching the first SNL after I left. Because what they do is they say, we don't know if we want you back. Jimmy knows this.
Yeah.
We don't know if we want you back. So instead of June 5th, why don't you give us until July 1st? And you go, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
And then July 1st, they go, give us till July 15th.
Man.
Right.
And you go, and that's just their way of like breaking you down. So by the time, you know, you can't go, well, I want to raise and I want to be on more and I want my own spot on Update. And then by the time, you know, give us till June 1st, you're like, anything, just let me come on, please. And then.
It smells like shit in here, man.
Well, it smells like busted television.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got that electronic smell to it.
Absolutely. We're good now, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Sam.
Yes. He was breaking the TV.
Ah, good one, Chip.
Thanks.
What happened to Brewer?
He went to
I
the
saw him
bathroom.
outside.
He just wandered off.
Eyes at half mast.
But he's not high.
No.
Ballroom.com.
When? 212-414.
5994. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so big, though. He's bigger than the whole earth.
Oh,
What is he
of course
standing
is.
on?
It's crazy.
Seth Rogen coming in soon, too. So we got to get Brewer in here, man. Here comes Jim.
Ah, yes.
Is he just talking to himself or is he singing?
Yeah, he's probably singing Breaking the Laws.
Breaking the laws.
Sure. Our pal Jim Brewer.
Jim.
What's up, Jim?
What's up, man?
So Anthony looks smooth as a baby's ass,
Yeah.
and you look like.
Ow! I get shocked. His jacket came off.
You got static electricity?
Oh, that's good. And you've got the whole Amish thing going.
Yeah, I got an ugly beard. Can't even just
No,
call
it's
it a
all
beard.
good.
It's
It's
an
all
ugly
good.
one. Jim
And
goes,
Jimbo
wow.
looks the same.
You think I should be living in Pennsylvania?
You look like you need a cart. Little.
Oh, Amish, huh?
Yeah.
Ugly. All
Well,
right.
Amish.
Build a little hot stove. Put it in the back of the Daily News.
I want to go to Amish country. Is it
Why
cool?
not?
It's boring.
Come on.
Is it boring?
Pie.
Right, there's a good.
Is there a town at least? Is like a main street you can
Lancaster,
walk around? Can you walk around there and see the Amish?
Yeah, you go and you see the fudge they make or whatever they make, and then you know.
And get the hell out of there.
Yeah, you're done. Shows over. All right, yeah.
Is there an Amish bar?
No.
Yeah, they serve butter.
I don't drink, silly.
What about for other people that are visiting?
I'll tell you one thing, you'll be safe around there if you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Are Amish allowed to carry? Yeah.
Allowed to what?
Carry.
Pennsylvania is very easy to get a
But the
weapon.
Amish themselves.
Oh, I don't know what their whole take on it is,
religion.
but I would think with the way they build things and stuff, that hunting is probably a big thing with
So
them.
they all got shotguns?
I think they.
I would assume.
I don't know.
I would assume.
I don't know. I'm going to
Pennsylvania's pretty
say.
free with their gun laws.
I don't know. I'm going to say no. They're more knives.
Why do you think they're hunting with knives?
Yeah, they throw the knives.
Just jumping on a fucking deer and slitting its throat.
Yeah. It's not hard. I got it in my yard. Now I start feeding. They come closer, grab that thing
I
by
think
the ear.
somebody has something to contribute.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, boy. Kenny?
Oh, Kenny's going to let
I
us
saw
know.
Kenny. Kenny knows all things.
I don't want to interrupt the great Jim Brewer, who's playing the Highline Ballroom, the Heavy Metal Family Man tour.
Yes.
Excellent. You must have been reading his website when you weren't ironing those pants.
But Brewer, we don't know when you're playing. We don't have that.
When's the date?
We know
Friday.
This Friday?
Friday.
Late Friday night. This
here,
Friday.
here in New York City. HighlineBallroom.com for ticket info and all that crap.
But if you go to my Club Soda Kenny Facebook page, I have a picture of an Amish midget I saw this weekend.
Wow.
What does that have to do with the fact that they can carry or not?
Oh, you're talking about Amish people. I got a picture of me shooting a gun.
Yeah, too bad it's not aimed where it should have been.
They don't even use electricity. How do you want them to use modern technology?
They're not gonna
Modern
have
guns are not modern technology.
Yeah, the guns have been
Show 'em a
around
picture
way
of the
before
midget.
electricity.
Kenny's pants have the longest zipper I've ever seen. Look at how
I know,
long
and
that...
completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
I got a very low rise in my pants.
Why do you have such a low
A lot
rise?
of ballroom.
Why
Yeah.
though? That's how you like it, huh?
No, because
Oh, my God.
Exactly. It's a hepatitis yellow shirt.
He's got Fred Mertz pants.
He's got the biggest pants ever.
I buy
Mertz,
cheap
man.
suits.
What do you say we go down to the club, Rick?
She was staring. She was staring right at the camera.
Let
Yeah,
me
you
say,
took a picture like it's a freak show.
you know what though?
Sanitizer.
You know what though? Nothing but respect for Kenny, because most people that take pictures of midgets, they always take a picture of their backs. They're not brave enough to.
Yeah, Kenny got her
Fucking get up their
looking
faces.
and everything.
Yeah.
Because
It
what
looks
was she
like
going to
she's
do?
annoyed, too.
Oh,
Of course
yeah.
she is.
Well, what's she gonna do?
Why are you
now?
taking a picture?
She can't even reach up to his.
But they don't
balls.
talk like that. They talk
She's
normal.
Amish?
And the Amish don't like having their pictures taken in general.
That's right.
Why? Well, they think it
Some
steals their
voodoo
souls?
thing.
I think it takes
Yeah.
your soul.
I read.
No, that's some African thing.
I read.
Yeah.
I read that the Amish burn midgets, though. What? Yeah. They don't want midgets
heard
around.
about that.
No, I read it somewhere.
Oh.
I read somewhere.
I did, yeah.
Well, you got a mic in front of you. It's got to be true.
That's right.
There's another picture.
Oh,
Sam.
were you trying to get a picture of the midget or Estelle Getty standing next to her?
I know, right? Get it.
You have more than one?
Why are you taking up
Oh,
your Brewers
down,
time?
down.
She with the gun.
there's Kenny
Kenny.
shooting.
He's got a gun.
Nice.
There, the guy with his horse and buggy.
There he goes. See, yeah, if you want to go see the Amish,
I want to check out the Amish.
check
Why
out
not?
right there, Ope.
That's it, huh?
You got it.
That's all you're going to see?
There you go. Horse and buggy. You go to Central
cares?
Park.
People go to the Amish. Let's go to Amish country. We'll
Yeah.
see what.
We'll buy butter.
You can buy it in the store.
We'll
Yes.
get butter and maple syrup. And it'll smell like horses. Don't that sound exciting, Norton? Why don't you do a show for the Amish?
They have to have a sense of humor, too, right?
They're very funny.
They
They have
to.
great egg jokes.
Barn-raising jokes.
You know, I got to say, I thought we lost Brewer for good. Because the last time he was in it, if you remember, we
yeah.
we did the
guys.
therapy with Brewer's mom. It's
Right.
It's a classic
Yes.
bit, man.
That was,
Norton
that was
wasn't
heavy.
here that day. It was real heavy. We made your mom admit that she was hitting your dad.
Yeah. She has no clue still that she really thought she was talking to a therapist.
She
Oh,
still
wow.
has no idea
Good.
she was on the radio.
Yes, and I set up Anthony. I gave Anthony way too much backstory.
Yes.
And we started going there, and I bailed.
I was like, oh, boy, this is getting bad.
And they're like, no, your daughter. I'm like, all right, you know what, Mom, don't worry about it. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I knew then. It was just like, all right, I'm out of this.
What happened?
Why
He just got very involved.
He got very involved.
We didn't know how far we could take it. It
We
got
took it
ugly.
far. It was great. It got really weird. My mom
She admitted that she hit her husband while he's in a wheelchair.
Right. And in his bed.
In his bed.
I had to separate my parents. It was, you can't even write this in a sitcom. She's 85. She's blind in one eye. Her one eye is sewed halfway shut because it keeps getting viruses in it because it's a dead eye. So they had to sew it, which now the kids don't want to see her because they're like, oh, God. What's wrong with Nana? Just play hide and seek with her. She'll never find it. So she's got her one eye shut. And she's blind. My dad's 88, and he was in. He's trying to sleep his life away, living with her. That's every time I go over there, he's just sleeping.
Really?
And so, the nurses that started coming, and my sister would see marks and hitting. They would catch him hitting once in a while, and then. So one of the nurses said, "Hey, we're worried about your dad. Your mom's hitting her and." Hitting him and something's going on. So I had these guys call, and she finally admitted on the first she went, I don't know what you're talking about.
That was it. Yeah.
And then she finally made it. But now she's fine. I got my dad, and my dad's in my house.
Well, are they separated?
Yes.
Wow.
Now, my dad never talks, but now that I have him alone, I'll say, hey, mom's coming. And he'll go from, what to, oh, shit. Jesus Christ, that bitch deserves to be alone.
Oh, wow.
He'll say stuff like that.
They're really separated. Wow, like for the marriage is separate.
They're done. Wow. They're done.
How many years are they married?
How long have I been alive? 44 years.
Because back then you didn't get divorced. You just fucking stayed with somebody.
You just stayed.
Like, they're done.
Yeah, my mom stayed with everyone. She got beat, smashed. Gunshot at her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before your dad?
Yeah. Shot at her.
Oh, wow.
All that stuff. Yeah. She's crazy.
So she's got a fucking lot of built up.
I was going to say, you're starting to think she might be a problem.
Yeah.
If all that happened to her?
Who knows? I don't know where it stems. It could be. It could be. Her first one died in World War II.
That was the love of her life.
While
probably,
she was
right?
pregnant, and I think after that she just didn't give a shit anymore.
That was it, huh?
Do you know who the brothers and sisters, like who was she pregnant with at the time?
Yeah, my oldest brother, who then died, and that really crushed her.
When did he die?
About 15 years ago. So no, wait a minute. Like 1991.
So did he ever meet his dad or no?
No. Never met his father. She was pregnant while he was supposed to come home. He got killed by a sniper 2 months before the war ended.
Wow.
He's over there in Luxembourg. They have soldiers buried all over the world, and Luxembourg has a lot of Americans there and Patton's there, which I had no clue. But he was under Patton for a while, which I didn't know.
So your brother is born, no father. Your mother kind of...
Right. And then her father died 2 years later. She swears it was from the mafia because he was a construction worker and he was building all this stuff and he started getting big. And she said, those goddamn guineas came to the house and I was a little girl and they said, if you don't join us, we're going to throw acid in your face. Those goddamn guineas. I wasn't allowed to date guineas. And it's true. She used to go to Irvine High School or Irvine Plaza or whatever over there, and she said one time I brought home a guinea, and I said, tell my father you're Jewish. And he said, he opened the door and my father said, what's your name? And he said, Mancini. And he said, get the fuck out of here now. Go where you belong, you grease monkey. And then 2 years later, he died of a heart attack.
How did the mafia give him a heart attack?
She swears it was through stress. It probably had nothing to do with her being, having a kid and kid's dead.
So after that, what happened? She married someone else?
Jeez. This is great. What happened after that is a mystery, little Jimmy. After that, my oldest sister, you know Doreen?
I think I've met her.
You might have met Doreen. She's a complete mystery. We don't know the father.
Oh, man.
She has a mysterious thing on her face. She's a mystery. So
For real?
Yeah, we don't know.
Wow. Does she know?
She says she contacted her father once. He picked up the phone, and then she wussed out, and there was no communication. So after that came this other guy who was rich, and he was huge in Pan Am, and they flew to, and he got transferred to Brazil. So she was living in Rio de Janeiro, and that's where the good stuff went down, where there was fightings and knifings and shootings at my mother and beatdowns and all kinds of good stuff with his kids and her kids. And he had a kid, and then they had kids together.
So she has Portuguese or Brazilian kids?
No, he was American. He just got got transferred to Brazil.
Do you know all of her kids with him?
Yeah. And they don't even, if you mention them, it's like watching a POW from the Philippines. They just start shaking. Just the ears start dripping water and sweat.
He's a terrible guy, huh?
Horrifying. Wow. Which that effect is today, too.
Have you met him?
My sister's mangled.
Do you know him or no?
No, he's dead.
Oh, he's dead, okay.
Yeah. My sister's 60 and still mangled.
I don't give a shit. I was 14.
Patty, get off the curb, please.
Holy shit.
Come on, you're 60, sweetie. Come on, get up. It's over.
You don't know the same shit. You don't understand. You don't understand.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Wow, still.
And then my dad came, who supposedly he would drink heavy, but he wasn't an angry drunk. Mm-hmm. He was a happy drunk. He just came out of World War II, so he was still drinking heavy for a while. And then they had me. Now, she used to look for fights 24/7. I went through a hate woman stage for a while. If you talked back, if you talked down to me, I would literally want to take your head and shove it through a wall because my father would take it. She'd go, "These kids are stupid, and they're not getting any of my goddamn money, I'll tell you that."
Oh, my
They're
God.
stupid. You're stupid, Jim. You're stupid. Goddamn, shut up. I work hard. You're not getting any of my money. That's all I heard for years. And my father would just sit there watching, quiet, the goddamn news is on. He's looking at this monkeys. It's always the monkeys. It's always the monkeys in trouble. Always the monkeys from Brooklyn. Always causing problems. You ever go through the Bronx? They just burn everything down. That's what the monkeys do. They burn everything down. That's all they do. That's all they do. They burn.
Wow.
So that's
wow.
Yeah, that was the upbringing. It was awesome.
Which led to your mom, abusing your dad, and we got involved. We haven't seen you since.
How long have they been married? Your parents now?
44 years. So I was an accident, and they stuck together. As my mom says, you were supposed to be aborted. Everyone said have an abortion. You're 43 and you're going to die, Doris. And I went to the doctor, and they said, that's just gas. That's what she said, it's gas. And then I was dancing with your father, and I felt a kick. And I went, oh, Jesus Christ, this is a child. And I had you, and I'm so happy I had you. And they had some good times.
Wait, can I stop you for a second? You know how long you have to be along to feel a kick?
That's what I said. Well,
so she was pregnant for a really long time.
They were wasted a lot.
Dude, I grew up in a bar. But to this day, I can tell you most things I know about a childhood.
Right.
Now, I had a great childhood. I'm not going to play. I had a great childhood. To me, it was fantastic. Yeah. But if you watch Goodfellas, like when they go to the bar, there was Tricky Dick. There was Tricky Dick, Whispering Dick, Johnny Goons. I swear to God, there was Tommy and his poodle. So there was all these. My dad would bartend, and that's, after school, that's where I'd go.
There were the characters.
And then my mom would come. Yeah, it was great.
Do you ever you should do a one-man show? I know you do your stand-up, you talk about your family, but a one-man show? Because guys like Leguizamo do them, and they're good, but this is all your family and your real life story. That'd be an amazing one-man show. It'd be funny, part of it would be heartbreaking, but if anyone should do it, it should be you, because you can do characters amazingly well.
Yeah,
that's where
you might be onto something.
That'd be great, Jim.
That's where you developed your characters, going into that atmosphere.
Because I never give a shit about people's families unless it's like you talking about your aunt's dad or Ope's mom. Like I like to hear the negative shit in families.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah.
And you have a great way of
that's the fun stuff.
It is the fun stuff.
It really is, but you got so much stuff, dude. Who wouldn't want to listen to this for an hour? I would watch this for an hour.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even piss.
Fuck yeah.
It's fucking great, dude.
So Pops is living with you. He's doing all right.
Yes. Now
Mom
here's
comes over every once in a while.
No, I've had her over the house twice, and the first time she came over, he played complete. I have no clue who she is.
Oh, wow.
And he's there. No?
Yeah, he is there, and then he slips out a little bit. Like he's there all day, and then he'll go, "Are we doing a show tonight in Florida?" Like, Florida?
Huh?
Yeah, we're going to the Elks tonight. Like, yeah, just give me 20 minutes. I wait for him to fall asleep. But there's he's there. Oh, so the first time she came over, he goes, hey, you want to go to the show tonight? For you, it's free, and you can bring your boyfriend. And she's looking at him like, boyfriend? You know who I am, right? He goes, yeah, you're the broad over on the other court. So he told, and we're all looking at him like, what is going on? 100%, he played it dumb as a fox. And so she came over on Thanksgiving, tried to hold his hand and stuff, and he wouldn't touch it.
He's trying to hurt her.
Shit.
He's probably pissed off.
Yeah, he now that he's in safe, the allies have saved him.
Right.
Yeah.
So now he's safe, and now he wants nothing to do with it.
He's 88, and he probably a lot of anger built up, and someone's not taking care of you because she's got anger built. Well, no, that's
right.
He's like, he wants to hurt her. That's the way he hurts her.
Right. You're right.
Where are you at with the movie you made with him, which I really liked a lot?
I'm looking. I only sell it on the website, and I only sell it on the when I tour. I'm going to look for a distributor this year. I think I need a marketer.
Yeah,
but I
Brewer,
got to hit the baby boomers.
How old was he when you took him on the road? 85?
5.
Yeah, Brewer takes his 85-year-old father on the road with him and filmed it. Nice documentary. It's really good.
You'd like it.
I'd love it.
You would like it.
Really good.
You'd like it. I met your dad.
Yeah,
you're not far from there. He's still young. Your dad's young. What is he, 60 maybe?
No, he's 73, 74.
73.
Wow, really?
He looks great.
Right.
Yeah, he looks very good. My parents pretty healthy.
Wow.
He's throwing marathons.
Another 10 years. Another 10 years. You'll see. It'll get a little weird for you.
Yeah.
When he starts shitting himself, that's when excitement begins.
I know.
That's going to be my book, the top 10 cities my father shit himself.
But, I mean, you want to promote the movie? Or it's at least on your website. I
love
recommend
it. I've watched this 500 times. I've laughed and been touched every single time I watched it.
How long of a documentary is it?
70 minutes.
Did you ever, can you go to HBO with it or something?
I went to everyone and their mother.
No one
with it.
wanted it?
Really?
No.
I'm really
we had
surprised by that.
Showtime wants to do something for Father's Day. But,
Why wouldn't they want this?
who knows?
How much footage do you have that you didn't use?
Oh, my gosh. I have 1.5 miles of footage.
Could you go to somebody
Maybe re-edit it, right?
and maybe there's something that they were looking for,
Right.
Because they
Right.
have, and say, look, I have all this footage. I'll work with you and re-edit it a little
Call
bit.
your manager. I'll do it through him. Call your agent. I'll do it through them.
Or Brewers.
I'm at the end of my
I will call
my
my manager. He's got, I definitely will.
Or look at it differently. Maybe start shooting again and then,
Update what's going on.
Well, that's what I wanted to do, too.
now he's
'cause-
off the road again and this is where we're at.
Right.
It's too good
How
to
many years?
drop,
It's great.
What
It's
year did you
great.
do this?
What's
A
that?
couple years ago.
What year was this?
2-3 years ago.
2008.
So
2008.
All right, so it's almost 4 years. That would be almost a logical update.
Yeah, get an update and add it to the movie somehow.
Is how your dad's doing now. The whole thing about them,
Right.
him moving out. Geez, that's a hell of an update, dude. That might be what you needed.
You know what? You're at is a great update.
Maybe refocus.
And even though you don't have the footage of that, play audio of some of the conversation here.
Right.
Right.
And you put it over, whether it's whatever kind of footage you have of them together. You interview her. You interview.
You're right.
I wouldn't give up on
There's
that
the
project.
update, man.
You're
It's
right.
good. What is it called?
I
More
like
Than Me,
that.
I think?
More Than Me.
More Than Me.
That's a great idea, Jimbo. You've just helped my career with 2. I'm doing a one-man show.
Yeah, right.
And I got a new movie coming out.
Yeah, I just think your family, the way you address your family, is so different than I do. I think it's so interesting.
Honest.
It's funny
There's
because
honesty there.
I always wanted to write it either as a script or a book, but I'm kind of waiting for some of them to die.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because I'm embarrassed to put. I don't want to embarrass
Oh my God. We're on the same page.
You know what I mean?
I got a fucking book.
You know, like 2-3 years ago, I'm like, oh, if I would have put out just my mother's life, it's the best HBO series you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fucking wild.
My brother describes a scene with when his father came home, and first he looks for his sister, or his own daughter. She's got they would go to bed holding knives every night from their own father.
Wow.
So he comes home, and he's pissed and drunk about something. He comes out by the pool area with a gun, and he's taking shots at my mom in the pool. She runs to the street and around the car, and he describes it like he starts shaking as a little boy watching his father going pow pow. She's ducking behind the car. Isn't that nuts?
Did you interview her at all?
shit.
Did you talk to her at all on camera?
Who?
Your mom.
Oh God, she didn't. She'll talk about that, but there has to be a.
But there'll be a lot of denial, right?
There's more
If
denial.
you ask her about
of,
other stuff?
Yeah,
Of course. Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Of
I have
course.
to play both sides. Like every action causes a reaction.
Yeah. Right.
Does it make sense? So, was she looking for money at that time? And that's sort of that. I'm gonna get my and then he figured out this bitch is using me for fucking my money. And was she cheating? Like it doesn't excuse
Right, yeah.
attempted murder and all that, but
Attempted murder.
Very
You know
rarely
what?
are things smooth where someone just shoots. It's usually two parts working back and forth. in
right,
one.
yeah. Alcoholism. Was he an alcoholic? Yeah. So I don't know. There's a lot of good stuff there.
Dude, yeah, is there a way to get it out of her at all? Like, I don't mean that in a, just because she has all these stories. Maybe people get old. They're more willing to talk when the older they get, the more less
This is
consequences mean anything.
Well, it's just like I watched my dad last night. We had a couple over last night, and I've never heard him talk about the war so much in my life. And it was a little boy, one of the little kids, 9 years old, sat down with my dad, and I'm going, what was, hey, BK, BK, he's like, no, I like old people. And it's one of my daughter's friends, and he's going, what kind of guns did you shoot? I'm like, I was a gunner in the bottom of a belly, and we shoot the planes going down. I'm like, oh, wow. He goes, and this was weird. I don't know where the kid got this. He goes, what kind of bullets were they? I don't. Ant, can you help? You're a gun guy. Big freaking
50s.
Whatever they were. It was like
Browning
4 or 5 inches
Tracer.
long. And he goes, was it like this? I'm like, where'd you get kid has a bullet? He goes, I collect bullets.
I collect bullets.
Because in my house, a bullet. And he's like, no, I'm fascinated with old people in the war and what they went through. It's kids 8.5 years old.
That's fucked up.
But he was talking to him as if, he was on A&E biography.
Yeah.
And then I went to Australia for leave, but I can't talk about that right now. Let's just say for a pen, those monkeys will do anything. They'll do anything. They'll do anything.
And you didn't talk about your pain back then either. That was weak. Men didn't talk about that stuff. And all this stuff these old guys have to sit on, man. Vietnam vets at least talk about it. World War II veterans.
Yeah. They don't talk about nothing. And they all helped each other. My dad was garbage man, but he had everyone in the town, it's Valley Stream, everyone in that town was from World War II, and they all got each other jobs. And they were all alcoholics. And I just remember being little, and literally one of his friends hung himself. The other guy had a heart attack driving a truck. He was 42. And then one other guy died. He's 44, and he had a heart attack.
His
So my
war
dad
buddies.
was the only one that survived,
Yeah.
even after the war. You're
Wow.
like, good God. But he would never talk about anything like that. That's kind of all part of the movie, too, where like I don't have patience for people like, you don't understand my life. Like, oh, yeah, really? You got problems? Let's go to the videotape.
Yeah.
Please, with your violin. Oh, yeah, so
That's heavy
the only
duty
weird
shit.
thing about him now is we have a nurse that comes in, and there's 2 nurses, and he's getting really sick horny. Like he makes a face like,
Oh, shit.
yes. And it's a little creepy, and I have to constantly talk to him. And then while she's sitting, he'll raise his leg, and he'll try rubbing her leg, and he goes for quick feels.
Oh, man.
So,
yeah,
at 88, we're going to have to still deal with that shit.
Oh, Highland, hands down, absolutely.
Knowing that,
absolutely
can't do much about it at 88.
Nice.
You absolutely have to start filming again. Because you have time.
No, you're right. And I started talking about that, and the guy that filmed this didn't want anything to do with it. He's like, I think it's kind of dumb. Like, I don't think so.
He thought what?
The guy that filmed the first half, he's like, I think it's kind of done. I'm like, nah, I've been telling him for 3 years, let's do an update.
Absolutely.
Now's the time to do the update.
You should just film and then just figure out how to
do it from there.
Put it together.
How to wrap around it.
Yeah, something.
Jimmy,
I love that project.
I do too.
4 years later.
I love it how it is, and I'm really surprised no one has picked it up. Really surprised by that.
Whatever it's missing, you can get
but
either
maybe
in
you
the
can get
edit
it.
or now.
Yeah.
Whatever little piece you might need. Yeah. Dude, fucking Harry Potter got turned down by 40. Like, sometimes you look at books that have been turned down.
Yeah.
40 fucking publishers or something, or 20. And you go through so many of these big books that were turned down. I forget how long Chaz Palminteri shopped Bronx Tale for. Nobody. Years. Sometimes these things, we see them as finished products. But it's like, no.
This is a great play.
Yeah.
This is a great play. I'm doing the main character.
we have Seth Rogen walking down the hall. So.
Nice.
He'll join us.
Absolutely.
Should I go there?
It don't matter.
He's
stay where you
A-lister. I'm like C minus.
You're a pal.
Yeah, stay there. Seth will be there.
You guys know
I'm C minus.
You know each other? You know Seth?
I don't think No. I don't think I've met him. No, he's not on SNL. He's a big actor.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude, man.
Big actor. He got skinny.
Yeah.
He did lose a lot of weight, right?
Jonah did, too. They both did, I guess, at this point, right?
I mix those two up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, I mean,
His movie's called 50-50. Supposed to be very good.
I saw it.
Watched it.
It's very
saw it?
good. I did. It's great. It's about cancer.
Yeah, he takes care of his buddy, and he goes through the ride with his buddy. Yeah, it's a heavy movie.
15 minutes in, you're like, I don't want to see this shit. But something changes, and you're totally hooked and into it, and it's just a really good movie.
Okay.
Really good movie.
I like watching movies on planes that I want to hate, and then you're like, oh, wow, all right, this got me to Phoenix.
Which one? What was the last one?
There was two. One was the Steve Carell film, which I really...
Dinner with the Schmucks?
No.
Oh, I hated that one.
Yeah, I hated that one, too. I tried a couple times.
Because they had to be PC with the schmuck.
It was stupid.
As PC as they...
The love one, the Addicted to Love, or Love something, where the poster was just these two legs.
Crazy, stupid love.
Yes. That alone, I didn't want anything to do with the movie.
Exactly.
Movie's fucking great.
Really?
Hilarious. It's faggot. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, I was.
bring him right in.
I whenever I see a trailer for that, I'm like, no.
No, me too. No, I'm not doing
Can't
it.
do it.
Yeah.
It got me to Phoenix.
Seth Rogen.
Seth?
Hey, Jim Brewer.
How are you, man?
I'm great. How
Nice
you doing,
meeting you.
man? You too.
What's up, Seth?
Seth, take a
Hey,
seat.
buddy.
Just join right in. I think we're
Pop in
talking
right
about
in there.
dysfunctional childhoods and
perfect.
all kinds of happy horse shit that went on. And
We just started discussing movies because I saw 50-50 2 nights ago. I fucking love this movie.
Oh, thanks, man.
But I was telling Brewer, 15 minutes in, I'm not going to lie to you, and it'll sell the movie in a weird way, maybe.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to deal with this shit. But then something changed in the movie, and I was completely hooked, and it's a great fucking movie. It's about cancer.
It is about cancer.
And
but-
it's not a laugh-out riot. The humor's in it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, we wanted to keep it realistic and honest, I guess. So, I mean, there's times when we were able to be very funny, but we didn't want to, sacrifice the reality just to tell jokes. So,
Right.
And our buddy actually had cancer, so we had a pretty good blueprint for what the experience was like, and we didn't want to, just fuck with his experience that much. So
Right.
it's
He's
pretty
a
similar.
survivor, though.
He's alive. He's fine. He's.
And you guys made jokes when he was going through the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the whole time while he was going through it is when we would try to think of movie ideas about a young guy with cancer. We'd always the first one we thought of like a fucked up version of the bucket list. We'd call the fuck it list about instead of going to India and racing fucking cars and shit, it was about 2 guys who try heroin and kill a hooker in Bangkok. And, all the really fucked up shit you want want to do before you die. Hey, man.
How you doing,
I
bud?
didn't even see you there. Good to see you.
Jimmy Norton.
I know him.
Of course.
And
We've acted together.
Yes.
Yes.
Although they cut it together, we weren't in the same room.
I know exactly. Yeah. I was shooting something else, I think. But
It's a whole nother movie. Yeah.
and Bryce Howard's in the movie, Ron Howard's daughter.
Yeah.
She was great.
she's great in it. Yeah, she's really fun.
Yeah,
She was good in The Help. God, does she play a bitch really good? You're like, she was hateable in that
I
movie.
haven't seen that movie yet. I heard it.
She's
was,
great.
I
She's
heard
great.
It's really good though.
And is the old Max Headroom guy? Was he one of the cancer guys?
He was Matt Frewer.
Holy
Yeah.
crap. I'm like, how do I know this? And I thought it was Max
Fucking
Headroom,
Max
but
Headroom,
I
man.
was too lazy to look it up. But I'm thinking that's Max Headroom.
It
with
is Max
cancer.
Headroom.
That's
Yeah.
that poor bastard still
was
Max
great.
Headroom.
Still Max Headroom. I'm sure he fucking hates it, but every
Yeah.
time I was just like, so, Max Headroom, what was that like?
What was
show
Max
of the-
Headroom? I remember
Show of
seeing
the
it.
future.
It was the 80s, right?
What was he supposed
I
to
don't even
be?
think that's
He
the
was
90s.
like
never
a
got it.
personality,
a
right? Like he
futuristic.
would,
Oh, God, sorry.
yeah, no, I don't fucking know. I was like 4 years old when it was on, I think. But like, yeah, he was like a personality. He would host shit. He was in commercials and shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, he had a TV show, and
Little
I
talk
think he
show.
became just a virtual person because he
Yeah.
had actually died, but his person being in consciousness was kind of put in a machine.
Like the lawnmower man. Or
Yeah,
something
something like that.
Was it
Yeah.
Cinemax? As in Max Headroom?
He was a
No.
No. His first name was Max.
Okay.
Max Headroom was it actually was right before he died. He died in a car crash in the show, and the last sign he saw was,
Was Max Headroom?
Max Headroom, like 12 feet.
Oh.
So it was like a tunnel entrance or something.
You know a lot about Max Headroom.
I just know a little bit about a lot of things.
That's impressive.
He was a pop icon, though, for a while.
Yeah, he was-
Everyone was into Max Headroom. But anyway, he shows up in 50-50 as a cancer guy.
He does, yeah. He looked cancery. That's
He looked
one of the-
cancer guy.
That's what it said in the breakdowns of the auditions. Someone looks cancery.
Well, we realized he also plays a cancer patient in The Watchmen. He's like an old superhero with cancer. So we're not the only guys who thought he looked cancer. That's one of his things.
Still haven't seen The Watchmen.
No, I haven't.
People say it's a great movie.
It's pretty fucking good.
You got a kid, man. You're out.
I am out.
Is that
I am
it?
out.
I got a kid's. It's the only time we see films is on. Like I said, we're get me to Phoenix.
That's
Okay,
right.
Do you watch kids' movies, though?
Yeah, painfully, yes.
There must be some good ones.
They're
Thank God for Pixar.
Yeah, right?
Thank God for
Pixar.
Pixar is what I say today.
That's right.
I've seen
Back
every
in
one
the
of their
old
movies
days.
10 to 20 times. And my kid's
that's
not even
good.
2 years old yet.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Although they just graduated to like a Sherlock Holmes because there's no like sex in there,
Yeah.
and they're not saying fuck you and all that. So kids are like, well,
Just two detectives capping motherfuckers.
A lot of killing. That does seem to be fine.
That's okay.
As long as people are dying and there's bloodshed.
dying fine.
Show a tit
Process
and
of elimination.
yeah, there's gonna be problems if there's a tit.
Yeah. But once again, 50-50 is on Blu-ray tomorrow, I think.
The 24th, I think.
Oh, 24th. Okay,
Something
so
like
a couple
that.
more weeks.
Couple
and
more weeks.
This movie might get a few nominations.
It might. I think
it might.
I think the Will who wrote the screenplay has a shot. That's our
The writing was
shot.
great.
The writing is good. He's won a few awards so far for that. So as frustrating as it is that he's never written anything else in his life,
Yeah.
and he's getting more acclaim than I ever will in my entire fucking life, I think he deserves every bit of it.
That was his first
Screenplay.
screenplay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Some people.
No, I really.
the nerve of some
really
people.
like
Pinch hitter. What was his name?
Will Reiser.
There comes Will Reiser into the game.
He's the Brian Doyle of the Academy.
No one's heard of the kid. However, he's got some hot shots under his wing. A near drive on the first pitch. The center fielder doesn't even look back. Oh my!
Exactly. If Brian Doyle had cancer, it would be exactly.
So, all right, enough about 50-50, I guess. But
No,
I want to
that's
make sure
great.
people see it.
I want to see it because I didn't know what it was, and I got a copy yesterday, but then instead I paid 2 girls to suck my penis for a lot of money.
Really?
I felt that was the more important act
That's pretty good.
to engage in. I could always watch the movie.
That's you made the right choice. I'll be totally honest.
Because the DVD I have.
Yeah, you have the DVD.
The two are connected because Seth's character uses his friend's cancer to try to get laid.
That's true.
Fair enough.
Which is a great little angle in the movie.
It would
Absolutely.
work.
The cancer kid's like a puppy.
Yeah.
Be on the beach.
It speaks highly of you when you have a friend with cancer. Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
They think you're sensitive and that you'll take care of them
Exactly.
someday.
You look nurturing and accepting of
great.
people's downtrodden.
They have no idea that you're bilking him out of his life savings.
Exactly.
Stem cell lies.
Oh, that's terrible.
Were there any heavy moments on the, like when you're shooting a movie about something like that? Were there any kind of moments where people got uncomfortable?
Not really. I mean, there's one or two intense moments in the movie, but it's not that fucking. No, it's not that weird. Everyone's acting and everyone's no one's like in character all day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not like
none of those guys.
No, it's none of those guys. I mean, I think like in some of the scenes, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who plays the main character, like. Yeah, he has to go to a pretty dark place emotionally, and you can't just jump into that sometimes. But he's a normal dude to work with. And,
But how you handle it? They're getting chemo and they're eating like pot cookies or brownies, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he's got to leave the hospital after his chemo, and he's laughing hysterically at all this horrific cancer shit on the way out, which was brilliant, man.
Thanks.
One guy is obviously dead because they're wheeling him down to another part of the hospital, and he's just fucking laughing hysterically because he's so fucked up.
Yeah, I like that scene too.
Did you?
Yeah, to us that was like the blueprint for the whole movie. Kind of. We're like,
okay.
if the whole movie feels like this kind of, then that's a cool.
You're saying it doesn't go into a terms of endearment type.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. But
although
not
that's
really.
brought up too.
We bring up terms of
you
endearment.
do?
You have to nod to it. Yeah, it's hard
cool.
not
Just
to.
trying to prove to Seth I saw a stupid movie.
I'm glad.
I'm sorry, Seth. I'm sorry.
Totally believe you, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I have not seen it, but
Usually
I mean,
we fake this shit, but I actually saw this
exactly.
one.
Nicholson as an astronaut was very good in terms of endearment. I want to somehow contribute to the conversation.
You definitely saw that movie. You definitely plays an astronaut.
I wanted a hero. I mean, okay.
I usually have problems watching those types of movies.
Yeah.
Because I always think I'm gonna like figure out that I have that.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. I'm a terrible movie hypochondriac.
Right.
It happened. I mean, it happened years ago when I was a kid watching Brian's song. I'm like, I'm running and I'm tired. Shit. I got it. Fuck.
Let me my good friend Anthony, here's what Anthony is afraid of, that the same thing will happen now that happened during Brian's song. A little tear will come down, and his father will yell, "You faggot, quit crying!" So he's convinced himself
Maybe that too.
that it's hypochondria when he's really just terrified of his crying.
Is that of emotion?
Yeah,
Showing
being
any
sad.
emotion during
I love a good
movie?
sad movie. Love it.
You cry like a baby, don't
I'm
you?
the fucking...
Really?
I'm a washwoman.
You love it?
I really am horrible.
Name one.
Name one.
Cuckoo's Nest makes me cry.
Oh, that's
Nest.
a great flick.
Tragic at the end. Yeah.
See,
Great movie.
Tragic.
I'm in the kid where did you see Up?
Of course.
Yeah.
Did you cry it up?
Yeah, but why
The
did you...
beginning of Up.
Cry it up.
fucking brilliant, man.
We were just discussing this over the weekend. Why did she have to have an empty womb? They didn't need that part of the story.
That's to get you.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
thing
but
they-
you're talking to 8-year-olds.
Yeah. Kids should know what an empty womb is at a very young age.
That kid Manga brought me in as a cartoon. If you want to watch Up, Dad, yeah, the balloons, the guy, I get it. 8 minutes into the movie, I'm in the back
Crying
like this.
hysterically, yeah.
Like, what kind of fucking movie is this?
She was never able to have kids. That's
like-
a laugh riot.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
What
like,
the fuck?
it's like every Disney movie. Kill the mother in the first scene.
Yeah.
No,
Immediately.
they emotionally fuck with you.
Yes.
It's
That was
ballsy.
great, though.
It is ballsy. They fucking go for it.
I don't like
What's
Up.
better than blubbering during a movie? You can feel
You
like a real
like it?
person.
Yeah.
I love it. I
That's
love
so
it.
odd.
It makes me feel so connected. Like I'm not so lost.
I'm so
that I can't be
uncomfortable.
connected.
What's the last like new movie that made you cry that you saw?
I don't know. Crash makes me cry when I watch it, although that's a few years old.
Yeah.
I'd have to think of the last movie I saw that made me.
Fuck, I
The
can't.
Help did not.
No, 50-50 might make you cry.
It might, yeah.
Yeah.
Chance.
But you enjoy that?
Love it.
See, I find it very uncomfortable.
Do you
No.
hide it? Do you just fucking go for it?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you
no,
don't
man.
care.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm proving I'm harsh and.
salty.
Yeah, exactly.
I can catch a football, goddammit.
I cried through every episode of Lost. I just did. I don't know why. Just
Every episode of Lost.
in the beginning, and as later
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, the first season made me cry. I don't know why. Just did.
Wow.
But I don't cry in other places. I cry in weird.
I cry in weird thing, like some movie trailers will make me cry sometimes when it's not even an emotional movie, like a big epic like action movie trailer will
Yeah.
like, make me cry
Just
sometimes.
something where a good cut or a big stinger when the music
exactly.
kicks
I don't
in.
know
You're
what
like,
it is. It fucking gets me. Yeah.
Where were you, Ma?
What about this new Tom Hanks movie? That looks like it's going to be
That looks fucking depressing.
brutal.
yeah,
What's it
that does
called?
look-
The poster's literally just a kid crying. It's the most fucked up thing ever.
He loses a father.
Twin Towers deal.
But he loses his father, but let's add Twin Towers loss.
Yeah.
Right.
He's in the towers.
yeah, that is pretty bad.
And then he leaves behind a key, and then it's a treasure hunt type movie. I guess.
Last fucking movie that made me cry.
Fuck
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. God damn it.
Mission Impossible is rough at times.
Yeah, it really was.
Emotionally, it was pretty rough.
When they break that window, I'm like, oh, the cost.
It's really hard to fix.
Do you hide it if you were, do you hide it?
I think I might.
No.
When I cry in a movie, it depends how weirdly a place I'm crying in. I think if it's a time when everyone's crying, then I won't hide.
Even
it so much.
alone, I feel uncomfortable.
You do the rapid blink. You blink quickly because you feel like if you stop blinking, it's just going to pour out. So your tears are kind of like being held back by
Like
your eye.
windshield wipers.
Yeah, fucking like little hummingbird wings blinking.
No, even alone, uncomfortable. With somebody, I can't even deal with that kind of emotional outburst.
But did you ever have it come down well, here's what you do. You sit your chick in front of you, like you hold her head a little, like you put your arm around her so she sinks down and she's watching.
Yeah.
And she can't look left and just see.
You're downstream.
Yeah, the non-man
No, I've
pussy
never
that she's
gotten
dating.
to that point. I could actually really I would bite my tongue, just anything to stop it, to tamp it down deeper and deeper and
Really?
deeper.
You got to let some of that shit out.
Yeah.
Start belly laughing.
Yeah. Look at that faggot.
Yeah. Say something obnoxious.
Still baby. Yeah. Try to make a joke about it or something. Yeah, fuck Schindler and his list.
It's a movie.
It looks like a turtle shell in that crib. It's not really a kid. Wow.
Yes, exactly.
My mother told me that many years
Exactly.
ago when I was a kid. She's like, you will always say something obnoxious to push it away when you feel sad.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you stop doing it at that
Now
age.
Oh,
you
no, I
grew.
still did it, but it's like, I'm more comfortable with it now.
Didn't your chick at the time make fun of you once when you were crying at a movie?
My ex does. Still,
Yeah.
we're still good friends. She just told me
Yeah.
I'm a fucking baby. But I don't. She's a fucking. I'm like, you're a fucking mutant. You're not a human. She never cries. Never. We've watched everything together and nothing out of that fucking robot face bitch.
Impervious, huh?
Nothing. Nothing gets her.
Well-
she didn't care though. She's still was funny.
Well, you know what happened to my family, Jimbo. I'm just saying, stick with that girl. You know where you're going. Wheelchair bound and beaten.
Believe me, don't think I didn't think of that. That she wouldn't fucking light me up if I was in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah.
Fucking 50 years from now. Yeah, absolutely. Crying lost, you fucking queer. Yeah.
Fuck.
I can't even. I'm trying to think of the last movie that really kind of got me, and nothing recently. I mean, nothing. Maybe an older movie. You know what? Almost recently, it was an older movie, but I watched it recently, and I was like, I think if I wanted to, I could. Paper Moon. That old movie, Paper Moon, with Ryan O'Neal and Tatum O'Neal.
Man,
It's black and white.
I don't have any recollection.
Did Bogdanovich do that one?
I didn't see that one.
That's good. Well,
to make you fucking cry.
yeah, it's but nothing. I just can't bring
Nothing.
myself.
When animals die in movies, I get fucked
Yeah?
up a little bit. Dogs dying, like a sad dog dying scene. That I watched literally the end of Marley and Me and started crying.
And that was
just
it?
the part when the dog died.
I didn't
had
see that.
No emotional investment
you had no
whatsoever.
character
I didn't give a
development.
fuck. I didn't know anything about that. This dog could have been a fucking rapist, and I didn't know. And I was still just blubbering at the sight of this dog dying. It was terrible. I assume it's not a rapist. I have not seen Marley and Me. Could assume it's not a rapist.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I wanted to see it just for that, though, because I knew the dog died and it'd probably yank a good one out of me.
Yeah.
It would, yeah. It
So just
it
get
was
that
fucking
part.
brutal. Literally, the breathing is slowing. It's
Oh man, that's brutal.
yeah, it's fucking terrible. Its little eyes closed. It's like that.
Why put yourself through that?
You should, because
That's
it's
my
human.
school of thought. No, it's not.
Because
It's
when you're
stupid.
avoiding
There's
stuff
enough
like that
human.
now.
There's enough real shit in life to make you feel
Yeah,
sad.
but you don't cry at that either.
Well, I know. But
saying.
it's not like I
gotta
don't
let it
want
out.
to. It's times.
It's unhealthy to hold
Like
it
you
in.
see horrible things every day, and you look and go, "Wow, that's
I'm
terrible."
sitting next to one.
I know. Oh, no. Come on, Brew's a guest.
Hey, what the fuck? You know, it's amazing. So, yeah, man.
It's just to go out of your way, I think, to know that you're gonna choke up at a movie. It's
Well, a
kinda
movie
weird.
takes you through an experience. That's what you do when you go see a movie.
But sometimes it is bullshit. Like, movies can make you cry, I think, like, I do love those Pixar movies, but I do remember seeing, like, Finding Nemo and Up, and, like, they just hit you so, it's like they've worked out, like, a mathematical formula to make you fucking break down and cry. It's like you, 4 minutes of establishment with one music cue coupled with a death, and you're fucking done, and that's it. And you just know, it's like they hit a button, and they're like, and now men will cry.
Well, it feels manipulative. When it feels manipulative, I don't like it. When it's natural, or when it's something like, oh, that was a great fucking moment.
When you feel like they're not trying to make you cry.
Yeah, when it's just, it's incidental.
Like good. Yeah.
What's your top comedy movies? You're home with your gang.
Burning.
You're home with your gang.
That got me crying when they had the little epilogue titles of what happened to the guys afterwards.
Oh, Mr. Townley, how did you get in so much? Never I say. How good the Ku Klux Klan is.
Yeah, that's a good question. Top comedies.
I think I like The Big Lebowski a lot. That's one of my favorite
Always
movies.
goes back to that.
So
Big
fucking
Lebowski's a
love
biggie.
Lebowski, yeah.
It's like really rewatchable, I think. That's what's really funny about it.
It's timeless.
Yeah, it's easy to watch. That's a
timeless.
really fucking funny movie.
Used Cars, maybe. I loved Used Cars. Kurt Russell,
Wow.
Jack Warden, fucking Frank McRae was one of the funniest guys ever. Wow. I really loved Observe and Report.
Oh,
That
thanks,
fucking,
man.
I've raved about that movie since the day I saw it. It was
Thanks.
brutal. It was nice to see a brutal comedy.
It's a really brutal movie.
It really is great. I love it.
We fucking love that one.
Love it.
Because it was more honest than that dumb mall cop.
Yeah.
I thought something about Mary the Mall.
Oh, were you in Mall Cop, Jim Brewer?
No.
I fucking hated that movie, and I tried.
Yeah.
Adam was
45 minutes in, I still didn't laugh once.
No,
and I'm
it
like,
was
why
tough.
is everyone loving this movie? I didn't get it.
I know. It was the same with me.
That was confusing.
Family.
That was confusing to the
Family
Observer Report team.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah, Observe and Report had a million laughs.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, those guys are awesome. But,
loved it.
Jody Hill and those
What did
guys.
Ray Liotta say? I hate your fucking guts!
You fucking faggot.
That's fucking great!
That really scared the fucking shit
my
out of
God.
me. That's like I almost shat my pants. Like he really went off the fucking rails. Yeah, he's a crazy dude.
We had him in, man. I was intimidated by him.
Yeah, he's a little scary, right?
Who?
Yeah, he is. Just being Ray Liotta. Just being him, I was
That laugh,
intimidated
though,
by
like
him.
when you make him laugh really hard and then you get the full like Ray Liotta laugh, that's like the most exciting thing.
That one he said did Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And it's so like angry. It's like an angry laugh. It's like part of it's like fuck you for making me do this.
We have a bad day because we have the hoarder lady too now.
Good, she's good.
We
She-
overbooked guests today.
Who else is doing
Rob, she's a
Dr.
therapist on
Robin,
Hoarders.
You watch that show, Hoarders?
That show's fucking
Isn't it it's fuck up?
horrifying.
She'll fit in.
Yeah.
You want to
Why
hack?
would
You want to
people
hack
do
for
that?
this?
It's fucked
Yeah,
up.
why do people do that?
I don't know.
She's coming in.
And every time I watch it, I get angry.
Seconds.
Yeah.
I just want to. I'm like, burn the place down. Burn the fucking place
But
down.
then they talk about if you do that, they'll just hoard new shit,
yeah,
right? That's the
I mean,
whole
with
thing.
them in it.
They just start over.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, kill them.
They should be hoarding salve to put on their wounds.
Why bother? They just start over.
That's true.
They just start over.
I've been watching so many episodes, and I just see
But
this
it's all
whole
because
enabling
like,
thing.
their kids, like, it's all because like their mom threw out their favorite toy when they were 10
Yeah.
years
Right,
old,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then they hoard shit.
and they
That's
hoard
all
it.
is.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It really is amazing.
My
what
dad does
tips
that
them
a
off.
bit. Like
Yeah.
there's a very clear like my dad's mom threw out his toys when he was 12, and he fucking keeps everything. Like it's not like this, obviously. But
Is he
like,
sloppy or is he neat?
He's neat about it. Like it's kind of organized in his way, but like you can tell that he doesn't like to get rid of things. He likes to like see all his belongings and little piles, kind of. Like,
Wow, that's a thing.
and it's so clear, but he knows it's all because his mom threw his shit out. Like
Yeah.
it's not like subconscious. He's
Is
like,
that
oh,
OCD too, though? Is it
yes,
the same? It is.
definitely.
It's
is.
got to be a combination of the two, right?
Yeah, there's definitely some like sense that something bad will happen if this stuff isn't like that. I guess
Yeah, it's
that's
like,
what makes
what
it
bad? Here she
compulsive.
is.
Oh, there you go.
How you been?
Robin's back.
How are you?
Robin.
No, stay right here. Just bring us. Just sit right there.
Or move her to the table. We'll
Yeah,
just
move her
crowd
to
in
the
a little
table.
bit.
Sit with all of us. We'll bring a mic
Robin,
over
come
here.
on.
Get a goddamn chair and
Robin, you smell
come
good.
on in here.
Get over here.
Scared.
Like having it. No.
You know Seth Rogen to
I
your
am
right?
Seth.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And
How are you,
Jim Brewer.
Good to see you again.
And Jim Brewer behind
Brewer,
you.
of course, the great Jim Brewer.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Sam's putting a microphone up for Jim.
We have been, believe it or not, we're on the air. I know.
People are driving to work right now.
Yeah, driving, listening, I hope.
Listening to this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You see Seth's movie 50-50?
I haven't.
Well, you better. That's why he's here. And it's a great movie.
We're talking about emotion and how men don't like to cry during movies.
Yeah,
and,
psychologist. Fuck.
Yeah, you
We're
understand
fucked
that.
now, man.
Yeah.
Like Anthony won't cry at a movie. I'm a blubbering
I hate that.
sissy.
Even alone, I feel like, oh, don't do it, don't
So what
do
are you
it.
afraid of?
I don't know. You tell
Come
me.
on, let's talk about it.
You're the doc. You tell me.
That it'll
I
just
don't know.
never stop. That's what I'm
Maybe it'll just never stop. Once that
never
plug
stop.
gets pulled, I'll be a wreck for the rest of my life.
Yeah. You're
I
afraid
don't
it's all
know.
going to pour out.
I find it embarrassing.
Why?
It embarrasses. I don't know why. I guess the easy answer would be, oh, well, obviously you must think it's not manly or something. But that really isn't it. I don't feel that part of it.
I
just find
have
it
some
embarrassing.
time after the segment. We could,
Yeah.
process it a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Ooh, that sounds like an offer, or I'm a lunatic. Case study.
process.
It's a loss of control, too. People are afraid of losing control when you're crying.
I know I'm not going to be a blubbering mess rolling around the house or something, but, even just, I don't know. I think because it starts making you question why you're crying. It's like, all right, it's sad. I know that, but what about it is so sad, and why does that make me sad? And then maybe it gets a little deeper into the brain than I really want to get.
Yeah.
When I'm watching something really sad and I don't want to cry just because the same reason, you just feel like it's all going to go. I just remember, it's not real. It's a movie. It's not real.
See? Yeah, I do
What
that.
makes you sad? Like when you see a neat apartment? You're like,
I'm going to go broke.
Oh, my gosh. I'm not going to have a job.
No more shows.
But it is real, is what's fucked up, because the emotions it makes you think of are totally
Right.
real. And I think that's why I know I don't like to cry in a movie, because it's obvious you're not crying at the fucking fish that got eaten. You're crying about
There's
some
a
other
reason.
shit in your own
Right,
life.
right.
It
Thinking
resonates
about your
somehow.
fish
It's
that got
tapping into
eaten.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be something there.
It's more intimidating just to break down and look around
I'm crying.
Yeah, that's
Soak
what it
me
is. You
in.
just don't want to. You don't want to be in that position where you got to start asking yourself why.
Yeah.
Why am I there? That's why I'm asked all the time. Like, why? You fall asleep with the TV on at night. Why? It's like so I don't have to be with my thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't want to delve too deep into my own
Memories.
psyche.
Who wants to remember when a small boy,
Psst,
wake up.
No, that never. No, as far as I know, I don't remember it. And I think I remember my whole childhood. No, I had great other shit going on at the time. But it's like I don't know. You think too much, you can't go to sleep.
I'm telling you, the mind is a dangerous place.
It is.
I'm telling you.
I know it's amazing, and with of course you're here, Hoarders. You're on Hoarders. I was just watching you, of course, again, and I know you've been here in the past, and we've discussed it, and I hate the way these people are handled with the kid gloves. And but you said it last time. You go, well, people are constantly berating them and yelling at them to clean up the place, and that doesn't work, so we try the different approach. Now, I don't totally agree, because a lot of the people I see on these shows, they're enablers. They don't tell them, hey, clean this shit up. But they're like, okay, well, she wants to hang on to these things, and so I think someone's really got to take charge.
I do. Haven't you seen
Yeah,
me
but
on
you
the
give them that.
show?
You give them that, all right, you're going to look through everything. You make sure you look. And I'm just looking at the house being a mess going, you can't look at everything. There's too much stuff.
Well, that's true, but
Throw it away.
I mean, I think you have to remember that we're there to avert a crisis. We don't really think that we're going to clean up the house in 2 days. Sometimes it happens. I recently did a shoot where basically everything did go. It was just scooping it and throwing it in the dumpster. But the reality is a lot of people who are compulsive hoarders do have some good stuff. I think that we tend to think that it's all
Right.
crappy
It's all
stuff.
garbage.
That shit's actually
Wow,
good.
I never even thought of that.
I never fucking thought of that at all. I always assume it's newspapers and shit like that.
Yeah, dog food.
TV guides and stuff, yeah.
Dude, throw out these Joe DiMaggio rookie cards. They're taking up too
Oh,
much
okay,
space.
well, that would be good.
Never.
I mean, in the midst of all of it, you do find some good stuff. We just came back from Texas, and, there was a lot of good stuff there.
What was good that you found at someone's house that they had a lot
Hoarders
of?
should team up with American pickers.
You drive off a cliff.
They buy the good shit and fucking clean up on the rest.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of different kind of classifications of hoarder. I don't know if you put them in that, but there are the hoarders that it is mostly clutter. They're you can almost consider it organized. Things are stacked up against the walls and maybe plastic containers. Yes, the organized hoard. Then there is the cluttered hoard where it's not stacked up nicely. It's just all over the place. But still, it is clothes and goods and things like that. Then there's what I call the ratings grabber.
Here we go.
Like the dirty
disgusting
raccoon
garbage.
living in the fucking shower.
There's human feces in the bathtub. Roaches now are making a big hit. If you could,
They're on a comeback.
If you could open up a cabinet and have roaches just flying out of this thing, I am watching.
Wait till you see what's going to come.
Yes.
Are people getting grosser now that they see they're getting attention for it?
On purpose, right?
I
wouldn't
don't know
normally
about
shit in the
that,
tub, but
I'm competing with the last lady.
I'm telling you, this last place that I was at, it was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. I mean, every time you scooped, they just ran everywhere, and they flew. They flew, and they for some reason they always want to fly at your face. It's like, why can't you fly somewhere else?
And what do you do when you leave these? Because you don't want to bring them back to your house. Do you have to? You got to get them off of you.
So like a decontamination process?
No, I mean, it's not like they're, I'm covered in roaches.
You got to get naked is what you got to do. Make sure there's none hiding, right?
I knew I would take there.
How about bed bugs? They scare me, too. You don't want to go home with a bed bug in your pant cuff. You imagine a pregnant bed bug in your pant cuff?
That's all it would take, Jimmy.
That's the nightmare right there.
Yeah. And it only takes one.
Then you're tested. What's that?
I said, where do you get this stuff? A pregnant bed bug?
Well, they have to somehow. But little bed bugs don't just crop up. Bed bugs like to fuck.
Right.
Have you over the years that you've been doing this show now? It's been a few years. How many? Probably
about 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yeah.
Have you noticed anything or done anything differently over the course of the years where you notice like, okay, I'm kind of seeing this happening more often, and this is the best way to deal with it?
I never know what I'm going to walk into. We get the
Always with a
pitch
smile,
and we
though.
see pictures, and then you walk in, and sometimes it's a completely different story. It's worse or it's not as bad, and it's always a crapshoot. You know what you're walking into.
How they greet you with a smile on their face when they open that door, like they're opening it to a palatial,
Welcome to my
mansion.
home.
They're like, "Hi, come on in, hello." And you guys are like, "Hi,"
but they really don't think it's
into a pigsty.
They don't think it looks weird though anymore, right? Like
Welcome, Jim.
Jim Brewer, what's going on, man?
Hey, Sam.
Promoting you're doing a residency at the Paramount in Long Island, which is a great, great theater.
Love that room, right?
I've only done it once. I'm doing it again in February. I've only done it one time. And have you ever done a residency before where you're fucking the same place for a month?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm excited, but I'm a little worried.
Why?
I'm not Billy Joel. I'm not. So. Do I have a great following in Long Island? Yeah. Am I worried about the shows? No. I know I'm going to pull off a different show every single time. I've been dying to do this forever. And ever since, as soon as I played the Paramount, you've been on shows where you go, this fucking room.
Yeah, it's great.
That one, I immediately went, I'm going to film a special here. And then after I filmed the special, I went, I want to do a residency here. And then I remember talking to whoever, and it took 2-3 years before it made it to them, and then we're like, oh my God, we'd love to do that. So, my only worry is I just hope people come out.
How long is the residency?
Well, tickets are on sale for 3. For now, we'll say 3, Jimbo. But
3 shows or 3 months?
3 months.
Okay.
Now it's one Saturday a month.
Oh, it's not every weekend.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's once a month, one show a month.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so it's plenty. I can
Which
still.
is
The same thing Billy Joel's doing at the Garden, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
He plays once a month.
Yeah.
He flies in. I drive home at night.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for a hotel.
That's
I got
gotta be
a different
amazing.
show.
To be able to do this, like to have a theater that you want to do a residency in that's also like right by your house.
Yes, and then we got production. I guess this is a little more than just walking out doing stand-up on this one.
Can they just lift your mic? These mics, the poor Jim is trying to fix his
what
mic,
the
and this thing keeps falling. This really stinks, this mic.
What we got going on here, Hammer?
Yelling at Troy.
We good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
is this stand-up or music or both?
Oh, it's first stand-up. We're going to come out. I don't know how long the stand-up's going to be. It could be... I have 3 acts. First is all going to be stand-up. Second's all going to be storytelling. The end is going to be a characters, sketch, and music improv shit.
So how long is the show?
Hour and a half.
Okay.
With videos. I have videos with
Oh, you do?
sketches that are segues to go into
Sure.
it. So it's
a show.
It's a show, bro.
That's awesome.
They're dropping cash for production. They're dropping cash.
There it is.
Yeah.
So your thing about doing the storytelling, but your stories are always funny anyway. Like I think you're the best storyteller I've ever seen.
Well, I learned a lot of it from coming on here. You know, back in the day, how far back you guys go. So that was, yeah, and I learned that that's a major part of what I do. So the storytelling can go in these nights. Some of them are really fun. I got to keep funny, but some of them can go a little deeper and further and wider than an average. Like, oh, here's when I met Ozzy. You're gonna get quite a chuckle out of this. Some of them I may go a little deeper into it, but always end with a laugh.
I guess when it's understood that it's storytelling, that's when like you don't have to have a punchline every 30 seconds, right?
That is the magic, Sam.
Right.
When you're a little more serious, they're like, oh, whoa.
Oh,
And
actually, I'm actually going to listen to this guy.
Yeah, and I can listen. I got mood music playing behind it, and the lighting is different. So it's almost like the middle part is the one-man theater show.
Sure.
And then hopefully that'll turn into something. And then the end is, like, hey, here's Ozzy, Priest, and Metallica singing bingo. Come on, let's do this.
It's also great because now it's like anybody that goes to these shows is going to be like, oh, he can do that show, or he can do that show, or he can do that show. Like
that's the magic
whatever the next move is. Yeah.
There's a bunny rabbit out of balloons. But how do you follow the stand-up? Because your stand-up is so strong. Do you take a break, or do you just go right into something, or do you tell them?
The breaks are going to be video. They're going to be 2 to 4 minute videos. Some are going to be they're mostly going to be pre-filmed sketches. But or I'm going to have a guy in between. But most likely it's going to be big, loud sketches playing on the side.
Are you worried about coming out after that? Like, will people stay? Will it, like, are you not?
No.
Have you done this before?
No. But I know I've done every part of what I'm going to do. I've done the stand-up. I did the storytelling, did the rock shit. So, and people stay for all of it. So I ain't worried about it.
Yeah. That's so cool, though, that you're able to figure out something where you're like, okay, I've amassed this body of work, right? So what do I do next that kind of encapsulates everything? Just put it all into one show.
I'm trying to figure out a one-man show, which I am working on, but boom, I can do part of it every month here at the Paramount.
Right.
You're still in the city, Jimbo. I don't know if you're in the city or Jersey, but you probably do. I don't know. Last night I bopped in to what's the Cellar? Not the Cellar, but they got these other rooms.
The Cellar's the only one I really do. The Comedy Cellar.
Well, they have another room that's sick.
Oh, the Village Underground.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
It was sick. I walked in. I was very intimidated because I've been out of that system for a long time. And they're like, "Hey, you want to do a guest set?" Nah, I ain't doing anything guest set. And I watched Neil Brennan go up, and I watched these guys go up, and they're like, "You sure?" I went, fuck it. Let me give it a whack. I felt like 94 Brewer at the comic strip on a Friday following Ray Romano and Wanda Sykes, like, what's up? And it was where I went off on a cuff, and it was amazing. I haven't had that opportunity in a long time.
But it worked?
Yeah,
That's
it worked
awesome.
really well.
Yeah, there's no one I want to go on after less
Than Brewer?
Oh, fuck you. No.
Oh, great. Now he does noises. And he's doing impressions.
Jim
playing
kills
the
harder,
balls.
but it's really funny, and no one's ever seen your stand up. The stories you tell, they're really good. They're really well put together, and they're extremely funny. I've never seen anybody do it as well as you. I mean, I really mean that.
Well, thanks, Jimbo. And then hopefully, they'll really resonate with some of these shows. So, I don't know. I'm psyched. Like I said, today we talk with the production. They're out of Nashville. They're like, yeah, we've done Motley Crue and this and that. I'm like, what? So my imagination, I can't even keep up what they're throwing on the table. Like, at the end, what if we do explosives? I'm like, we can do explosives? Like, fuck yeah, we can have fog and laser lights. Fog and laser lights?
Now you got to be disciplined, though, right? Now